Hello, everybody.
We're so proud.
Hi.
Welcome back to Tales from the Forgotten Troop, live on a Friday. A few announcements before we get started. If you're enjoying what we're doing, there are many ways to support the show. We have a Beacons page with all of our affiliate links, and we have a Redbubble with a bunch of merch, and also our coffee for direct donation. Or like, here, have $3. That also works.
You can also bring us cash.
Yep. All of our social media links are on there too, so you can keep up with updates about the show and join the Discord where the chaos never sleeps.
That's true.
Except when it does.
It never does.
Chaos
Maybe there's a power
doesn't
nap
sleep.
in there, but you know.
We do like to power nap here at Tift. This power nap.
Sometimes
is the
you just
staple of
gotta,
it.
because like an animal lays on you and you can't get up.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, it's stuck that way. You're trapped.
Yeah.
But
can't move.
if you're watching the video on YouTube, we are live sometimes, like right now. The past us are live, but you missed it. So future you can join us live when we are live. Join us, our future live selves.
Charlie, what?
I
I was following that, and then like,
Be sure to join the Discord or follow us on Twitch to be notified when we go live.
Look, I don't have to GM tonight, which means I don't need any semblance of a brain cell.
We've all declined the brain cell, and have fun, everybody.
I'm already
'cause
getting-
it's
It's gonna be very
getting in it.
interesting.
But
we gave Pro the bro.
with
the
that,
brain cell.
I will turn it over to Mr. Crow, who will be leading us this evening.
Do you want me to do a content warning? Content warning. We're gonna have some themes of toxic relationships. They won't be explicitly described, but we do want to put a content warning out there for that. Some light body horror. Definitely some bug stuff.
Some memory
Bug stuff.
manipulation,
Literally see the scarab on your
chemotherapy,
thing.
the prison system, fantasy racism, i.e.
It's
aliens,
just a warning for the
non-consensual
prison system.
modifications.
Yes. All of those things.
All in the
and if
chat.
you want more
everybody.
information about it, I believe it's just an exclamation point.
Exclamation
can
point
use the
content
command.
warning. It's also in the
Yeah.
title.
Yep.
Just use that if you got any questions. But in relation to those warnings, I will be running my own game of masks.
Isn't that what we're doing right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for?
Nobody
Surprise!
The exhaustion, I think, is just hit.
I was lost. Lost. I am lost. I was lied to.
I've tricked you all. I am, in fact, an evil genius.
I mean, you did have me make that background, so I feel like I knew there were clues, but you know, I
Should
just
have worn
wasn't
my
paying
evil game
attention.
master hoodie.
Nina stole that hoodie from me.
I should have gotten
Oh,
rid of
Nina
that.
and I can match.
Yes, you can.
That's adorable.
Next time I'll wear it. I'll just send her a picture of me in it. Blue.
Ooh, we're starting giggly today.
Yes.
Sorry, we all collectively like to annoy Tessa's girlfriend.
I believe I have noticed.
Love you, Nina.
I will be running Masks San Sebastian as of today. San Sebastian, in comparison to Jukebox Justice, is pseudo-futuristic. This will be taking place at the start in the year 2047, so a bit into our future. It'll be a bit more contemporary, a bit more modern, and also I am a massive comic books nerd, specifically superhero comics, so for those of you with any interest in comics, keep an eye out, because I will be mixing in references on occasion. And I have spent, like, way too much time developing this into the ultimate kitchen sink of superhero comic cities.
Lovely.
So, there's a lot happening in this town, but, of course, we will be focusing on our main cast of 5 here. So how about we quickly go around and introduce players and names? Starting with Charlie. because you don't do it normally.
It's you.
So I go first. Hello. I'm playing today. My name is Charlie, and I'm playing Thoth. A wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful pizza delivery boy.
And what playbook is Thoth?
Super sexy
Thoth is
hair.
the delinquent.
The delinquent.
I guess I can go next. Hi, I'm Tess. I'm playing Elytra, your possibly problematic bug child, and she is the protege
Yes.
who doesn't necessarily get along with her mentor all the time,
I mean, yeah.
or understand her mentor all the time. I guess they get along. It's just
That's
there's
fair.
It's a working relationship and a work
Yeah.
in progress
there's
relationship.
less depth than a lot of other teaming.
There's not a lot of soul in our relationship already.
We just don't understand each other quite right yet.
Ah, okay.
We'll see how that develops.
I'm Jenna, and I am playing Mia McPherson, aka Heavenly Katana, and she is the legacy.
I'm Brianna. I'm playing Glory, and she is the doomed, so we will have some fun with that.
Maria, I'm playing the Silver Phantom, the Scion. Absolutely nothing wrong with him. He's totally
He has a
fine.
Totally
perfectly
fine.
fine
We're
relationship
all
with
Perfectly
his friends.
fine.
Yeah.
We are
No
all
problems.
fine.
We're all fine.
No
Nobody
problems
has
here.
any issues here.
We're
It's
flawless.
fine.
Throwing a
fine.
carpet over the
And I have
psychological
They're fine.
unpacked
problems.
sticky notes. So I'm not going to be taking any game notes. I hope nothing important happens.
Oh, you know, it's just
using
session 0.
this one.
Ooh.
Oh, you're using that one as well.
Yeah.
I guess if we're showing off our note-taking devices.
I
Ooh,
could get a new
hey.
notebook
Love
from
this.
our Redbubble.
Oh, you
I
could.
don't- Yeah, you could.
Shill. The
Featuring
NOSHA
iconic
compliant stuff.
designs such as shaken milk and
NOSHA
Buffet du
compliant.
Prime.
And NOSHA compliant.
Goose Master.
Goose Master.
Goosemaster is
What
my
else did I?
favorite.
Oh yeah, and the Rhombus of Love.
Oh yes.
It's all askew.
It's all askew.
Place your bets now on whether or not this turns into a poly mess.
I have my bets placed. I
think
have
it
my
will.
bets placed
I
long
still
in
have-
advance.
I still have no
But it's
idea.
gonna be
what
way
both
more
his
complex than the
sexuality
last
is,
poly.
so
I
It's
we'll
haven't
see how
be
thought
that
fun.
goes.
about Phantom's sexuality at all, so I guess we're all gonna learn that together.
We're all in this together to defeat the Huns.
The team takes a vote.
Which means we're all bisexual, obviously, if we're fighting the odds.
Usually.
Bisexual disaster is a theme.
I mean, we do have an
do
explicit
think that-
Greek-inspired hero on the team, so if now is the time to have everyone be a bisexual disaster. Now's the time.
I'm a bisexual disaster on a good day in real life, so.
There's
Could argue Glory's a pan-Hellenic sexual disaster.
spec on my monitor, right on my face. There we go, I got it.
What an
It's confusing
insult.
because there's nothing on my nose. There was just a speck on the monitor.
All right. But as I briefly mentioned, tonight we will be going through a modified Session 0 for masks, similar to what we did for Jukebox Justice, only I'm adding a bit more flair.
That
We'll
was
say.
so
Just so
long
you guys
ago.
know-
I don't even remember how that went.
I have notes
We
on that
talked a
somewhere.
lot.
We fought a lizard.
There was
Yeah.
a lizard at a hairspray factory.
That's it. That's all.
And
I
he had a
remember.
yellow suit.
I don't even
And
know. What?
Foxy ran through a
Why was he wearing clothes if he's a giant lizard?
Lizard clothes.
It's
You
Mark
got what?
Zuckerberg,
You
that's
got me.
why.
You have to dress for the job you want, not the job you have.
He's moonlighting as a person.
Mark Zuckerberg?
He's got
Dark Zuckerberg. Yes.
Like, I was gonna say,
That's,
like many other famous rich people.
let's perhaps avoid that joke given current world events.
You know, fair. All right, but yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it here. So, the date is July 7th, 2047. Time is currently 10:02 a.m. PDT. Location: Earth, United States of America, State of California, City of San Sebastián. Bayfront Sector, Coast Road. Summer is in full swing for San Sebastián. Tourists have piled in from across the country to come and see the home of the Ultras, a world-famous superhero team, and arguably a team that defined modern superheroics. There are many city of the superheroes in this world. New York, Halcyon, London, and of course, San Sebastián. Here in San Sebastián, though, superheroing is basically an industry. It's not uncommon for folks who have powers to join the heroing community, which in many ways is considered a branch of emergency response, similar to police, firefighters, EMTs, and so. Only the situations they respond to are generally more dangerous in nature, in unique and exciting ways. But most of the tourists here are more here to enjoy the stardom of it all. Because heroes are often syncretized with celebrities. They have features in magazines, they promote products and endorsements, and of course, they fuel the tourism industry. We find ourselves in San Sebastián, amidst a sea of people from all around the world, currently making their way to the San Sebastián Bayfront, a popular location in the city, noted for its many attractions, as well as the lovely beach that is currently being filled out by an assortment of students on here for various trips, and just breaks from their normal schooling in the city. However, that's a bit of a problem for the prison transfer truck that is currently stuck at a crosswalk, because people have decided to ignore the signals and just form a solid mass of humanity, or, well, mostly humanity, blocking the way. The driver behind the wheel honks his horn, shouts some insults through the open window, but it does little to dissuade the many teenagers blocking the way and flashing an assortment of lewd signals his way. Because of course it's summer, and there's no consequences during summer. In the cab beside him is a member of the Leonberger security firm. He's a recent addition to this truck, mostly because, well, there's been some incidents around prison transfer trucks like this. In the center of San Sebastián Bay rests an island, Cane Island, which holds the Cane Island Penitentiary, where most superheroes, or most supervillains, I should say, of San Sebastián are imprisoned. It's state-of-the-art, but getting there requires going through the bayfront, as the primary transfer pier is located there. Unfortunately, that means the tourists have become a bit of a hindrance and delayed this particular truck. From the outside, this truck appears normal, like your standard everyday prison transfer truck, armored and such. But every once in a while, a small vent at the top releases a small plume of white fumes, betraying that there's something different on the inside. And something different is exactly what someone is looking for. It starts as a distant sound, a loud revving of engines. Initially, the driver of the truck doesn't think much of it, until the sound gets louder, and the crowd starts to react. There are distant shouts and yells, even an occasional scream. The Leonberger security personnel prepares his gun, realizing that something's going on. The kids on the crosswalk look away from the truck, looking towards the sound, and they see something. Speeding down Coast Road are 4 sports cars. But these are not normal sports cars. Even from the outside, it's easy to tell that they belong to a certain type of car enthusiast in San Sebastián. Generally referred to as supermobiles, these heavily technology-advanced vehicles were at one time the primary transport for superheroes, but have since fallen out of fashion and into more nefarious hands, as is the case here. The crosswalk clears to let these 4 insane drivers by, sailing through city streets at 80 miles an hour or more, possibly even into the 100 plus. The truck starts to back up to try to get away from them, but it is far too slow and far too late. The driver and the security staff have just enough time to see the telltale silver shimmer of grapple lines latch onto the wheels of the truck before it is yanked backwards by the sheer momentum of these 4 cars. There is a loud crash as the truck flips, grinds against the road, and eventually is let loose and slides to a stop, shearing metal and sparks flying everywhere. The driver and the guard stumble out of the cab, injured but alive. Unfortunately, the damage is enough to wake up what's inside. Bang! 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 A massive fist breaks down the back door of the truck, sending it tumbling over and flying across the road, impaling itself in a building across the way. A black-scaled hand clutches and digs into the asphalt as it pulls itself free. A massive, lizard-like creature emerges. Only, it's clearly not just a creature. With a long crocodilian face, he stands, facing towards the summer sun. Behind him, the white mist of liquid nitrogen spills out onto the road as his containment system that was keeping him docile has been shattered. This is Primalis. According to most records, Primalis claims responsibility for the extinction of the dinosaurs, having hunted them to extinction one by one through his unnatural, infinite life. Through the ages, he has taken to improving himself in this task of extinction, roughly forging metal and stone onto his body to supplement his scales, which gives him the appearance of some deranged anthropomorphic knight. Thoth.
Yeah.
You are fully witness to this, as the door impales itself into the back of Joey's pizza, narrowly missing you holding a stack of pizzas that were supposed to be delivered and your moped.
Wait, it slams through my moped?
It does not slam through your moped, but, like, you were walking to it, and then it just, like, cut you off from it.
Okay. Shit.
What do you do?
Yeah, I think, I'm probably gonna just back up inside and set the pizzas down. And is the front of Joey's Pizzas facing wherever this altercation is happening?
No, this got impaled into the back of Joey's pizza.
Okay.
The front of it faces out beachside. And as you sort of step back in, you hear Joey say, "The hell was that?"
The big metal door thing. Not good.
Ah, shit.
Looks like there's gonna be villain delays on those deliveries.
I'll lock up and let him know. You get to safety. God damn it. You
Got it,
hear
boss.
shutters.
Flip back out the back door.
All right. And I assume get changed.
Yes, which is probably just tying a bandana around my face and putting on my leather jacket.
All right. As you're making those quick preparations, Primalis. Humans, your time has come. He reaches back into the truck and produces a sword as long as he is tall. This jagged piece of weathered, rusted metal.
Did they keep that with him?
Way to fuck up, Kane. Way to fuck up. Like,
He's being transported. Now, come and face your extinction, you puny mammals! And he brings the sword up to swing. Thoth, how would you like to do your splash page?
What is it? How much say do I get in this? How much control do I get in this?
There is a high likelihood that we will not be rolling any dice tonight.
Okay.
It is a foregone conclusion what's going to happen here. You tell me.
Perfect. So I want to sort of like skid around the corner of the back of Joey's Pizzas and taking stock of the situation. There's clearly civilians running everywhere, and I'm just going to basically send out a wave of image that looks like grass and trees and bushes are just spreading out on the ground in front of me. And all of the nearby cars are gonna take on the shape of dinosaurs.
Okay. And would you like to describe to our audience what Thoth looks like?
Sure.
Beyond the bandana and jacket, of course.
Yes. So I'm not super tall, probably like medium height. About 20 years old. I'm half white, half Latino. I've got glorious black hair, brown eyes,
Fabulous.
fabulous hair. Yeah, I have a bandana around my mouth, ripped jeans, really scuffed up Converse, and a really nice, like the nicest piece of clothing he's wearing is a leather jacket that on the back of it has a set of golden scales. Like, in there.
Very nice. Very nice. So, your illusion washes over the area. More than a few civilians who had started scrambling away from Primalis are like, what the hell?
There's grass under my feet. What the heck's happening?
But Primalis, still a little groggy from being liquid nitrogen cooled, sees out of the corner of his eye one of the changed cars and cuts right through it. Or rather, smashes right through it. You doubt his sword has much cutting power left to it. Yep. And he starts like looking around like, what is this? Trickery.
I want to subtly increase that anger, make him a little less rational.
Do you allow yourself to be seen, or...
Okay. Is Primalis kind of like frantically turning around and looking around the area?
At this point, yes.
I think
He does not really understand why this city is changing into something roughly approximating what he used to know.
Yeah. I think I acted without thinking and wasn't expecting that, so I didn't hide myself yet.
You. As his eyes lock onto you. Little rat. I will fillet you and feast upon your corpse. Glory,
Yes.
you definitely heard all this going down. You see, as Primalis again hefts his blade and starts to charge what looks like a hero? You probably don't recognize him. His costume seems a little low effort.
Bandana, not even a domino mask? What?
Yeah. How would you like to do your entrance / splash page?
Okay. I will say that Glory was not actually on duty at the moment. She was just down by the bayfront hanging out, but no costume, no problem. You see a woman, young woman, teenager? Unclear. She's about 19, but many things about her look visually ambiguous. Darker tan skin, black hair. She's wearing dark sunglasses, regardless of the time or day. So, she takes them
very
off.
much fit in at this moment.
It does fit in at this moment, but she'd do this at night too. Takes them off, and if anyone's watching, they see a pair of just bright, glowing golden eyes before snaps, and then glowing light manifests around her in a set of armor. It's not a normal costume, but it could do in a pinch. Not a problem. And since this guy, lizard, man, unclear, is attacking this possibly a hero, possibly a random person, also unclear, but it doesn't really matter. Because we're charging in with a fucking sword and shield that she manifests in her hands. Look like they're made of light. And I'll say as this crocodile person is swinging his sword down, suddenly there's a person in between you. Hand up, holding a shield, blocking the sword like it's nothing. You just saw a car get sliced in half. She's not breaking a sweat.
There is a shockwave as the sword impacts, but you just don't even budge.
Hey, Scaly, let's dance.
I do not dance. I kill. And he goes to stab, and I assume the two of you just start engaging in a melee.
The plan.
And I assume you're rather proficient in said melee.
Glory is very good at melee.
Oh, yes.
You'll see she blocks the sword with the shield. When it becomes advantageous, the shield and the sword become a spear and she stabs him in the side. Shifting from one form to another, one weapon to another. Can barely touch her.
Indeed. Heavenly Katana. How do you enter the scene as Primalis is engaged with Glory here?
Okay, so Mia is probably skateboarding down the boardwalk on a bright pink skateboard. And you know, just kind of cheerfully going about her day. She's got some headphones on, and you know, she kind of senses a disturbance in the force. I assume that there's some.
You probably heard the crash.
Yeah, and you know, so she takes her. She's wearing a locket with a pearl necklace, and she has it in her hand, and she's like, "Oh, I guess it's that time." And she just does a ballerina spin as she gets off the skateboard, and magically some costume items. So all of a sudden, at the end of this spin, and there are like cherry blossom, like petals. Like, where did
Full
they
on
come
magical
from?
girl transformation, Jess.
Nobody fucking knows where they came from, but here they are. There's just cherry blossom petals around, and Mia is average height girl, and she is half Japanese, and she's doing the magical girl transformation, and she ends up with a skirt that falls like to her mid thighs. She's got tall boots that almost come up to her knees. Everything is like pink and purple, like ridiculous. And she's got a fox mask on, and a neon pink katana.
Perfect.
And that neon pink katana matches her neon pink hair. And she just, in a flash of pink, and of course, like, whenever, like, there's then cherry blossom petals, like,
Just a wake of cherry blossoms.
And she speeds onto the scene, and she's like, oh my gosh, what's happening? And,
Probably just appears next to you, Thoth, and I'm fully imagining you just sort of froze for a second, and then we're like, huh.
And all of a sudden you look next to you, and there is a pink fox.
Cool.
Like, so what's the sitch? What's the sitch? What's the sitch? Yeah, she's kind of got a lot of, like, energy, and she's very, like...
I'll kill you all! And the sword just, like, comes down towards the two of you.
I got it. And then she just, like, then in a flash of pink and cherry blossom petals, she just runs into the scene and just starts raking dude with her katana. But, like, it's so fast that, like, you really can't see anything except for there's, like, flashes of pink and just petals. Like, there's cherry blossom petals everywhere.
You probably have a strange moment, Gloria, where you're like, huh, the blossoms are new. Wait a second.
She's like, oh, that's not me. Okay.
Oh, wait, that one's not me.
Oh, okay.
No, I love how we're basically in dinosaur times, and then suddenly there's cherry blossoms.
And a Greek hero.
And a Greek hero.
A Greek hero and a fox.
And magical girl.
And a magical girl.
Wait, do you mean she's like literally a fox or?
No, she's just got a fox mask on.
Okay, thank you for clarifying. I wasn't sure for a
Yep,
second.
no, she didn't turn into a fox. She's just got a fox mask.
Okay.
No, that's related.
That's her mask. But yeah, she's got yeah. she's a speed weeb.
All right. Well, Glory, Heavenly, both of you are directly engaging Primalis, and you're not able to, like, pierce through him too well. Between the, like, slag fused to him and his scales, he is very tough to cut through. But you are managing to, like, chip away, and even, like, Heavenly Katana, in your particular case, you manage to, like, catch some of the plating, like, and peel it off of his scales as you go by.
Just with
Which,
sheer velocity.
yes, just by, like, sheer, like, force combined with just having a wedge.
Yeah.
But, Gloria, you are definitely eating, like, most of the brunt of the physical attacks here because, well, you're the only one he's able to get to currently. Thoth, are you making any changes to your illusions as this is going on, or?
I'm gonna keep the dinosaur aspect. I do want there to start, like, the sound of something big rumbling in the atmosphere to start happening to catch his attention, and then when Primalis looks over his shoulder, there's a huge meteor just hurtling towards him.
Okay. And it's probably about this time, that, well, a certain insect-winged hero would probably be flying over the scene. Elytra, how are you entering?
Sorry, I clicked the wrong button to continue.
It's
I
okay.
would say I think Elytra's gonna Can Elytra sense the meteor or the
You can see it.
illusion? Okay, so
I was
Everyone
about to
can
say,
see
all
it.
of you can see this
Okay.
meteor coming out of nowhere.
I think Elytra's gonna time her entrance with the meteor, so there's like that flash of light, so it's kind of harder to like look at her.
Okay.
And she's in full gear. It's a very futuristic looking technical suit with bug wings sprouting out of the back, but they're also tech. And but intermingled, there's like beneath the plating, you can see little bits of like a more skin tight super suit peeking through. And she comes in and angles herself so she either has the meteor or the sun at her back. And there is a cloud of locusts that follow her in. And she immediately sets them on this creature that is threatening everyone in the surroundings, and sets them to try and get underneath any plates or any broken plates and start creating a nuisance and biting at anything that's exposed, any of the little cuts, as well as hindering his sight lines on any people in the area. And then I think she's gonna just kind of have any remaining ones kind of spread out across the area so she can try and keep an eye on general things going on.
Okay. So, Thoth, you start calling down this meteor, which you're not certain Primalis falls for it, because he's like trying to swat off Glory and Heavenly. He just yells, "Ugh, puny insects!" Then he sort of like looks at the meteor and just sort of like, and just like faces it head on. And then Elytra boom, bounces off his head. And then there's just this perfect like frame moment of like, Elytra, you're going past, and it's just like a swarm of locusts descending on him, and there's just a speech bubble going, "Insects?" As he is just engulfed in locusts. And he's just swinging wildly, not even like fighting the two of you anymore, just like trying to get these bugs off of him as it's just invading everything.
Not mad about this in any way, but just for the comedic effect, Thoth goes, "My crops!"
And as you engage Elytra over your headpiece, you hear, "Have you located the incident?"
Elytra sends back affirmative. I've engaged.
Confirmed. Young giants en route to support.
And then there's just she doesn't comment, or she doesn't respond on comm, but those of you who are close to her can just hear "fuck." Those assholes.
I think
All
not
right.
understanding the situation, Thoth is just like, "But you brought the insects. What's the problem?"
Yeah, Glory, Heavenly, how are the two of you reacting? The guy you were just like in direct melee combat with has just been engulfed in bugs.
It's San Sebastián.
Correct.
Glory takes advantage of the momentary distraction to try and get at some of his softer bits that might be unprotected while he's not paying attention.
Alright. We'll see you manage to like stab a spear in and like catch him in the back of the knee, and he just sort of like falls a little bit.
Some of the cloud immediately like congregate right where you stabbed afterwards, probably.
I would
What's the
also.
little-
Okay,
I would also.
that's her reaction in real time.
I would also like to amplify the itchiness of these bug bites if possible.
Ooh.
Yes! We're bugging
Okay.
people already. I love it.
Literally.
Well, I will say at this point, because this is the Bayfront, and people around the Bayfront are usually tourists who don't know how to take care of themselves, a little crowd has sort of like formed in the background of this whole incident, just sort of watching.
Okay. If that's happening, I'm changing plans.
All right.
If the Speedweave has this covered and the Locusts have this covered, Glory's immediately moving to crowd control. These people can't be near here. This is a giant fucking lizard with a sword, and these dumbasses are gonna get killed.
Huh?
So basically runs over, tells them to clear out.
Probably the first person you approach is like, "Oh, can I get an autograph?"
After!
Okay.
Get away.
That's Elytra. Hi, Elytra.
Do you want to die?
No.
Giant
Yes?
lizard with a sword. Move!
Yeah. It's
We
cool.
thought about that for way too long.
A dinosaur comes up behind Elytra and just roars.
If these people aren't moving, what she will probably do is like, she just starts fucking glowing. You see a pair of just, I don't know, light construct wings flap. She's trying to do like an intimidation sort of thing. She's like, move.
Okay. And it's in this scene that our final team member joins the fray. Silver Phantom, how do you join?
Is the food truck around here? We don't set up around here, do we?
Not usually, but I will say, for the sake of the fiction, might have moved out here for the sake of the increased tourist traffic, because, summer.
Summer, yeah. So in the window of the thing, sees a giant meteor. Just like, what the shit? I'm taking a break. It throws the sandwich at the customer. They're all wrapped. Unless this person got fries. I don't know. Whatever it is, chucks it at the customer.
They fully were not paying attention after the meteor. It just, hits them in the face.
Yeah. Enjoy
Surrounded
your
by
basic
seagulls.
bitch club. And then he just dashes to the back half of the food truck.
You just hear Jack shout, "If you die, kid, I'm killing you!"
And there's like opens a little closet, starts changing.
Just Fate, banging and...
Yeah. How do they do this on TV?
It's special effects, kid.
And then just ducks out the back. Hopefully nobody's paying attention to the man
no
in
one's paying
spandex.
attention to the food truck right now. Are you kidding
No,
me? There's
the
dinosaurs
guy
on
running,
Coast Road.
the guy in spandex running from the food truck. He's gonna go chase down this giant dinosaur.
All right, and what emerges from the back of the truck?
Me. The Silver
is
Phantom hops out of the back of the truck in his fancy spandex suit. It's like made out of a silvery fabric, so it's all shimmery. Not super shimmery, I guess it's more of a dull. You can't afford the shimmer one. It was too expensive.
All right, and how do you join the fight?
Can I punch this thing in the face?
Absolutely, you can punch
It's
this
tall,
thing in the
right?
face. Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna launch myself off of a car.
You know what? For the sake of some fun, let's say that
A giant bug.
Let's say that as Gloria is sort of flapping her wings, suddenly there is some dude in silver hopping off of one of them, going for a direct punch to the face on Crocodile Man.
Yeah.
But I told you not to do that.
Hi, Glory. Just swinging in to punch the crocodile dinosaur man.
All right. And you land a very solid hit on him. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think Heavenly Kasana, when she saw the locust, she was like, "Oh my god, Electrosphere!"
Hey, girl!
And as I say that, a ladybug just flew onto my screen.
Elytra is here.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Yes. And she just gets excited, does a little spin, and then just back to stabbing. And there's just a you see all of a sudden there's a girl next to the crocodile, and she's very pink and purple and bright and whatever. And she's like, "Oh my god!" And she does a little dance, and then she goes back to then there's just flashes of pink again.
Does Elytra does put a bug on you just so she can keep track of where you are.
That's honestly fair.
There's a
That is
singular
fair.
locus on like one of the fox ears, just holding
Yes.
on for dear life.
It's in the crevice of one of the ears, so it has a little bit of like backup.
Left.
Yeah,
So it doesn't get blown away.
exactly.
Poor Locus.
Am I able to reach out, because I'm figuring there's restaurants near here, there's garbages. Can I reach out to like flies and gross like cockroaches and things
Oh.
and kind of send them
Mhm.
towards the crowd to get them to disperse back a bit?
You certainly can.
Like it's definitely, I want them back, and it seems like they're not listening to common sense.
Indeed.
Common sense.
And as you do
That's
so,
what we call glory.
I was about to say Glory would probably hear some of this, as some of the people go, "Oh, gross! What the hell?" And they were like, "No, that's Elytra, the weird protege. Remember, she was the one who couldn't
The
make
weird girl.
Does one
Basically.
do a couple of them get bit when they say that? Maybe.
Are they gonna have itchy bug bites for a while? Huh? Yeah.
Okay, you want to get swarmed by bugs? No, move.
it." Okay, moving. Jeez, bossy bitch. They
so you
like
cry.
turn back with
That
the
one also
disposable
does-
camera, just like.
That one also gets bit. Just for
I
calling
think
someone a bitch.
It's hilarious that they're taking pictures of these things, but when they get those pictures developed, it's just gonna be the regular
There's not
street.
gonna be.
There's no development. It's a camera phone. We're in the future now, Charlie.
Well,
When they go back
Alright.
to look at him, it's just a car again.
Clara doesn't like being called a bitch, but you know what? They're morons. It doesn't matter. So she turns around and gets back to the fight because her, I don't know, ally question mark is here, and she doesn't want him to get hurt. So we're gonna follow Silver Phantom back into the fight.
All right, and at some point, Silver Phantom, you probably end up getting caught by a backswing from Primalis here.
That doesn't surprise me.
So, do you want to describe what happens, or shall I?
I get the fuck smacked out of me. That's what happens.
now you're gonna
Get
have no
sent
fucks.
flying back.
Get sent. I have a jar full of fucks upstairs, actually.
You're
Is
welcome.
it empty?
Not yet. I gotta start handing them out at work. I'll smacked, and then I'll just like go through a car window.
Which
Windshield.
looked like a Triceratops at the time.
Yeah.
You just go.
Oh
into
no,
his
the horns
jaws.
of a Triceratops.
Oh
Crash.
my gosh, you're gonna
Oh.
do an Ace Ventura and like
Through the rhinoceros.
The rhinoceros.
Getting pretty hot in these rhinos. Oh, is it time for your 15 seconds of fame?
Come on, Boone.
Oh no, it's
Oh, it's
Oh,
Nani.
it's
Buddy.
Nani.
the crabby
Yeah.
lady. The crab apple.
Aww.
Are you a crab apple?
All right. Well, as I mentioned, this is our When the Team First Came Together incident. So now, let's go ahead and go around and answer some of those questions. And I actually introduced y'all in the order that we'll be answering those questions. So, Thoth, we totally broke some major rules to win the fight. Oh wait, no, you're supposed to read this. What am I doing? You read it.
We totally broke some major rules to win the fight.
Blondie.
What rules did we break? Whose rules were they? Well, I can tell you right now, they are definitely the city's rules. Fuck local government. And I kind of set this up with my initial illusion earlier with the cars turning into dinosaurs. We broke a lot of personal property in this fight.
Okay.
I think at one point I pick up a bicycle and start riding it around, and it looks like
A
on the back of one
velociraptor.
of like the movie Velociraptors.
Yeah.
Somehow I garnered a cowboy hat. I don't know where that came from.
I love this. Everything about this, yes.
Just spawned from the ether.
Is there a potato on it?
It's made of sock.
Maybe.
It's made of cherry
No,
blossoms.
no, it's not. It's got French fries on it.
Oh, nice. From
Oh.
one of the food trucks.
All right. Next up, Glory. We paid a high cost for victory. What was it? Again,
Did you just say we are supposed to read
Yes,
this?
sorry. I need to stop.
Right. We paid a high cost for victory. What was it? I'm gonna say since a bunch of cars and other things are being destroyed, and because Crow gave me this gremlin idea, the sword goes flying, and it goes right through the moped. Or motorbike, whichever it is.
Sorry, Thoth.
Oh my!
Of course, if anyone else has suggestions, like, this is the point where it's just, like, communal, we come up with the thing. Alright. We can always come back to it.
I think those of us who are on have a couple strikes against us in the public eye are also not looking too hot right now.
Potentially. Heavenly Katana.
All right, so all things considered, we did well and impressed an established hero. Who was it? Unfortunately for me, it was Freedom Wing.
Ho, 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 ho.
So fucking
Okay.
funny.
So, as I mentioned previously, a major hero team in this city is the Ultras. Freedom Wing is a member of the Ultras. He's not particularly well liked by a lot of people, though, for a couple of different reasons. One being that he's extremely American patriotic despite being an alien. And I don't mean that as in an immigrant, I mean as in he's not even from Earth. And additionally, he's kind of a stick in the mud. Which is a little surprising to me, then, that he would be impressed by all of you. Would you care to expand upon that, Heavenly Katana?
I think that he was impressed with how Electra got the bystanders away. You know,
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people would be like, why would you swarm them with bugs? But he was like, no, that was effective. And he's kind of an asshole, so like, you know.
It's effective crowd control.
He was like, wow, that was really effective crowd control. And then like, I think, you know, he probably frowned on like our property destruction, but like, also was like, got what needed to be done. He's just, I imagine he's like super matter of fact and has like zero charisma, so it's like, but I don't know for sure. You tell me, but you know.
You're not wrong, you're not wrong.
He's like, there was already going to be property damage. It was less than what it would have been if they weren't there, so, you know.
Alright.
I think that's why we impressed him. You know.
Adding to the asshole endorsement of crowd control and the we paid a high cost, I'm gonna say maybe through circumstances, some sort of like fissure opened up in the ground, just splitting off between like the crowd and the fight. And that's a fuck ton of damage.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Probably from, like, Primalis' sword, like, flying off at one point.
This guy's causing some seismic problems.
He's a hefty boy.
The quakes.
And yeah, repairing a rift like that, you're gonna need some pretty strong supers in to make that work.
Yep. Need to push some ground back together. Alright.
And then this guy's just like, yeah, effective crowd control.
Yeah. But their crowd control was top notch, actually.
I need to work on the collateral damage a bit, but no, this is good crowd control. Good crowd
Good
control.
An opportunity through a
There were no
bridge.
casualties. Nobody's dead. So, win.
You know.
Alright. Elytra.
We stuck together after all was said and done. Why and how do we keep in contact? Well, I would say along with Freedom Wing came our good friends, the Young Giants, which we all kind of dislike. And I think our group reaction to the Young Giants kind of bonded us together a little bit, as in, oh, these guys aren't so bad. And I think at that point, Electra was like, these guys, I'm okay with like having them as backup if I need, like, if I'm out on my own and they hate the people I hate, so
Let's be best friends.
Yeah, let's be friends. And I think she let Tabs know to all give them access to the more advanced version of the superhero app.
I think perhaps this requires a little bit of explanation to
Yes.
our audience.
Just a
So
little
first
bit.
of all, while the Ultras are the big team in the city, they do have a junior corps, as it were, in the Young Giants, who totally aren't a riff on Teen Titans.
No.
But they are the foremost young hero team in the city, and I have purposefully set them up to be foils to our 5 main protagonists here. And, in fact, by the time they arrive on this scene, you all have handled Primalis.
That's my favorite part of today. Oh my god.
Is Kane avoiding certain areas due to the bugs I've summoned?
Oh, yes. Absolutely. But yes, maybe I'll actually take this moment to introduce the Young Giants. There is Dino Boy, who is more than a little confused / excited when he rolls up on Coast Road and there's dinosaurs everywhere. And then he starts to get annoyed that there's so many biological inaccuracies with them.
Nerd.
Like, that's not how the spine of a Diplodocus works in any way, shape, or form. There is Flor de Muerta, a Mexican medium who shows up on the scene, perhaps a little relieved that she doesn't have to fight, because she's still a little not incredibly confident about her position in the Young Giants. There is Golden Gal, a member of the historic Gold lineage in the city, and someone's former teammate who decided to leave for the Young Giants. There's Luciferous Kane, the current inheritor to the name Kane, which you may recognize from Kane Penitentiary. I wonder if that's going to be something later on.
Yeah, I'm a rich kid.
And he is a bit of a warlock, who, yes, very much does not like the section of the street that's been cordoned off by the cockroaches.
Do a few of them hiss at him? Yes. Yes, they do.
Probably sticks an imp on him just to get them away from him.
Don't make me make them fly up at you. They will.
And finally, there is Savannah, the leader of the Young Giants, who's rather no-nonsense and perhaps a little perturbed when he shows up and there's a random group of 5 assorted people apparently having done his team's job. And it gets extra embarrassing when on the front page of the San Sebastián Times the next day, there is a perfect shot of the 5 of you standing over Primalis, and the 5 of them up on the rooftops having done nothing about the situation.
Oh.
As well, the media would also like the 5 of you to group together, it seems like. As the headline reads, "New hero team on the scene?" ?
Glory will, after the fight is over and they're all back doing whatever she didn't follow up with them personally. When she sees the paper next day, she will take a copy of that and then break out a canvas.
All right.
Ooh.
And finally, Silver Phantom.
Me. Someone important learned about my lineage and condemned us all. Who and why? Fucking Dino Boy.
Fucking Dino Boy. Is that your foil? I love this. fucking Dino Boy.
After this nerd's done critiquing the dinosaur illusions, my costume just happens to look really similar to a man who may or may not have traumatized Dino Boy. So he probably has a breakdown about that and starts screaming.
I mean, like, probably same though, right?
I mean, I guess.
I don't know if he starts screaming. I
Well,
do think
he
he looks
shuts down.
disturbed by it. And I suppose that is something worth mentioning to all of you. Silver Phantom's costume does resemble a very infamous villain in the city, known as the Silver Spectre. He is a ruthless mercenary, known for doing just about anything for pay, including at one point severely torturing Dino Boy's parents. Which is actually part of Dino Boy's origin story.
This is part of his tragic backstory.
Because the whole reason that he ended up getting his powers is because he tried to keep the artifact that Spectre was sent after away from
Just like the mummy.
The villain.
The second mummy.
Woo!
But so yeah, he probably ends up in an interview probably being a little judgmental of the five of you, because, well, he's none too pleased that someone possibly connected to Silver is in the news so explicitly.
In the news for a good thing.
But even with Dino Boy's complaints, which are heard not only in public, but to the Ultras, because the Young Giants communicate with the Ultras, Tabs decides to move forward with your recommendation, Elytra. Tabs is also something I should explain. At one point, Tabs was one of the biggest heroes of the city and a member of the Ultras. As a super advanced artificial intelligence, she is unparalleled when it comes to the realm of computers, but eventually she decided that her work would be better served for the whole of the hero community and not so much as an individual hero. So she retired. In reality, her primary body plugged into Ultra Tower, one of the primary features of the city, and became what I describe as Superhero Siri. A widespread artificial intelligence network to help heroes of all kinds coordinate and, well, work on solving crime, as it were. She also has some branches outside of the city, but primarily Tabs' focus is on San Sebastián itself. She does, however, still have a central consciousness, and obviously has enough of a consciousness to take on a protege. One that a lot of people question, especially considering that their mentor-protege relationship is not standard for the city, and that she isn't an active hero, yet Elytra is. But when you make the suggestion, Elytra, she is more than happy to provide the Tabs Plus app to the four of you and help all of you coordinate as a team. Which leads us into a floatier area of the next few weeks, as Tabs effectively has you all working together for a little bit on minor cases and crimes to see how you all interact. And on that front, we have some relationships and influence to hand out. You're muted, Tess.
No, I was just sitting too far back for my mic. Tabs was probably just thinking, oh, Electra's finally making friends. I need to capitalize on this.
Yep,
Like
exactly.
the mom and Mean Girls. What are you girls doing? You guys are right having fun? Not
How are your
alcoholic
friends
doing?
daiquiris.
Yeah.
I'm not like
Here's
other
some
super
digital
moms. I'm a cool
meatloaf.
super mom.
She might, in a way, it may come across like that, but as far as she's explained it to all of you, because now that you're all involved with Elytra, she is paying attention much more closely to the four of you as well.
Sorry.
It's fine.
And, well, one of the things she would request is a power suite from each of you so that she can best coordinate.
Okay.
So, how about we go ahead and go around and explain what all of our powers are, and then we'll start doing those relationships.
Okay.
I mean, I'll go first. Tabs
Keep
already
in-
has my power set,
Sure.
but
And keep in mind, this is just whatever powers you would disclose to Tabs.
Tabs knows all of mine though. So obviously Tabs is my mentor. Her power, it's just overall artificial intelligence, complete oversight over San Sebastian.
Big Brother, but Big
Yeah,
Brother's
Big
actually
Brother.
nice.
Yeah.
Big Brother can go tell politicians to stick it.
My personal power is my bug control and the fact that I can sense through those bugs as well. And then our shared power is gadgets. I have a lot of fun tech to play around with, and that could come into effect later, such as my suit, which we'll elaborate on as it gets engaged.
Mm-hmm. The suit is very fancy.
I like the suit.
All right. Anyone else?
Sure. I think that probably Electra and Heavenly Katana might have been like bopping around a little bit, like aimlessly, since you know the
failed trial
the-
here.
the ejection from the exceptionals. So and her very public, dramatic separation from her paramour, Bulletproof. I think that they've probably been bopping around for a little bit, so probably Tabs already knows. Heavenly Katana. She is the legacy, and Heavenly Katana has magic weaponry. She has a magical katana, which is able to cut through very difficult or very hard substances, and kind of appears out of like nowhere when she does her magical girl transformation. And she also has godlike beauty and legendary speed.
She is, in fact, the Speed Weeb.
She is a
Speed
speed.
Weeb.
All right.
And so yeah, that's her thing. Do you want me to do the relationships?
We'll do those in a
Yeah.
moment. Let's just go
Okay.
around and do power explanation for our lovely audience here.
Mine will be very short. Silver Phantom hits things very well. That's it. Martial
He hits
prowess.
things good.
He got it.
You got them kung fu moves.
Yeah. Studied a lot of Shaw Brothers films when he was a kid. God, those would be ancient by the 2030s. They're already
We're in the
ancient.
He's a
2040s.
connoisseur.
Yeah,
Are we?
Yes.
it's 2047.
Yeah, okay, so those are really old movies.
Yeah. Glory. Her powers are. I did shift this little in the book, but superhuman strength and durability. She can take a beating and it won't show up sometimes. She also. We're also doing a variant on the psychic constructs power, and she makes things out of hard light, armor, weapons, other things possibly, but those are the ones you've seen.
Both illusions, and I can affect people's emotion.
Wait, is that the one where it's like tricks crossed out and then illusions? In the book?
Maybe?
I think so.
Yeah, the delinquent had something funny on there.
Yeah.
I can find
So
it
you're
real
just
quick.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
scrolling
yeah.
up.
a
Tricks
poorly
around
gambit.
with illusions.
It was illusions. What was the other one again?
I can affect people's emotions.
Ooh.
So basically, Thoth is the ultimate mindfucker.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Tabs will tabulate all of that.
Uh-huh.
Probably
Sounds-
puts forward some new training regimens, which all of you will be attending. This is not optional.
Dang it.
I will probably say that I'm assuming having the superhero app is sort of a requirement when you are registered.
It's not a requirement. Basically, everybody does it because why the heck would you not want Tabs as assistance? She is like,
Someone will have probably had to have given Glory a phone with that on it.
well, you do have benefactors who can help you get a hold of a phone.
She's got separate
Or-
ones.
Phantom can, because
She'd
we've met
probably-
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She follows up with him after the fight 'cause she got him to get thrown through a car, and he's usually fine, but it's worth double checking.
I feel like
Yeah.
Tabs knows enough to send Glory's phone to Phantom. And
He just gets a phone in the mail. Like,
It's like,
fuck. For Glory. Oh, okay.
All
People
right.
sending me phones now.
Now,
Oh,
through the
now plugged
training,
into the hive mind.
well, yes, the hive mind in this
Uh-huh.
instance is
Is
alive and
Tabs.
would like you very much to be plugged in, so she can keep track of all of you.
You are all
But now
valid
we've got
options.
some relationships to fill out, so let's go ahead and start with Thoth here.
Oh boy. Okay.
Go ahead and read us one of your relationships.
So, first one is you keep trying to impress blank with your antics. And I think I'm gonna go with Glory for that one because she seems the most.
Hmm.
We'll go with reserved.
Never impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Serious?
Even though I try not to, I play the same character inevitably in every game. Rip.
You've got that stoic nature about you, Brie. What the fuck?
Look, if I'm not
Not
a
a good
himbo, I'm
actress.
disassociating. So same.
I hear that. I play Sunshine Psycho characters a lot. So.
All right. So are you're thinking that's more along the lines of not so much like you're seeking necessarily her attention, but like maybe just trying to brighten her day up then, from how you phrase that?
Trying to make her laugh.
I think
Are you trying to get her to crack a smile? Because Glory doesn't
I will
smile?
say it's actually fairly easy to make her smile, especially compared to Cynthia in the other game.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think I'm gonna go the sadder route, and I think Thoth is just seeking her outward verbal approval.
Oh no! we have
He
validation issues.
I mean, she seems
Oh,
like she knows what she's doing, so
the people pleasing.
she was pretty badass in that fight, at least.
I think that is
Fair.
true, with perhaps the exception of Heavenly Katana, who's arguably been a part of the hero community for her entire life. Glory would have been the longest active hero out of all of you, I think.
Yeah, Heavenly
Okay.
Katana grew up in the superhero community, even though like her powers didn't really emerge until she was like in adolescence. But
There's Glory came onto the scene about 3 years ago. Records before then are sparse.
you don't say.
Though, of course, there are
She does not say.
innumerable
I know,
incidents
and that's
regarding...
that's so hot.
God.
The mystery. No wonder
I'm serious.
Thoth wants to.
God.
I mean, I leave it to
Impress
y'all
you.
what level of attraction there may be amongst you all. All right, next up, Glory.
Are we skipping ones that are secret or?
No, we're gonna be doing like all the relationships out in the open here, I think.
Because I believe Thoth has 2.
Yes, but we're gonna like go back
One
and
at a
forth here.
time.
Oh,
one at a time.
I missed that.
Yeah, one at a time here. So go ahead and pick one of your relationships, and then we can discuss it.
All right. we'll be leaving the exact details of this out of this for now. But you've told Silver Phantom all about your doom in the Daydream area.
Okay. All right. So the two of you know each other beforehand.
We're allies.
If nothing else, she trusts him to keep a secret. And they've got kind of a mutual agreement on that one.
Though it is probably interesting for you, Glory, because it's just like, you don't have powers, as far as you know, with Silver Phantom.
He's
be
really
honest-
good at hitting things.
She doesn't really... I don't think she's bothered by that.
Okay.
She respects that he throws himself into the fray despite not having powers, because he
Really?
doesn't have that insurance.
He's got insurance through
He's
the.
got health insurance.
I meant the...
Real estate.
He's registered.
meant-
He has benefits.
that kind of insurance. It's easy to run into a fight when someone can punch you in the face and they'll break their hand, which is what happens usually when someone tries to punch Glory. But when you don't, when you're very squishy and you decide to run into a fight, I think she thinks that's very brave.
Okay. Interesting. Heavenly Katana.
All right. So, Mia was once caught doing something that shames her legacy with Electra. I imagine that they were probably patrolling the streets, being menaces to people that were, you know, trying to rob people or like harm people, starting fights, you know, general mayhem.
Yeah.
And you know, one of those things might have went a little too far when, you know, she caught a guy cornering a girl in an alley and being too pushy with her, and he might have lost his hands. It
Somehow.
might have happened. I don't know.
I mean, at
These
least
things
it was
happen.
Tabloids
with,
say it happened, so
at least it was with Elytra, who normally has a in case of emergency call tabs button and a medical kit on her at
Yeah.
all times. So
Oh yeah, I will note with all of your Tabs Plus apps, there is a button that is basically just an emergency contact tabs.
Super
Option.
mom. We got another super mom.
Ooh, I'm gonna call her at 3 a.m. and ask her what pink tastes like.
She'll probably give you
God.
the Wikipedia definition of pink.
The ghost of Hecate shows up and is like, no.
From the past, like absolutely not.
She's discovered time travel to save all future super
God.
moms.
Hecate managed in the 1950s to download her consciousness to a computer, and it's just been
It's just
Fucking Christ.
Surviving since.
Hecate's tabs. That's horrifying.
that's terrifying.
That is terrifying.
For multiple reasons, which have not yet been revealed in the other campaign.
Yeah.
Don't give me ideas.
Uh-oh.
I will cry.
Okay.
Disappointing super mom, even when we're new people.
Elytra.
Well, seeing as we just discussed Mia and Victoria's relationship, me and Heavenly Katana have teamed up a few times before the rest of us came together. We initially met while I was on a trial period for the team that she was a part of, and then we both got thrown out together. So we
That
were
would be the Exceptionals, who
Yes.
are not as famous as the Young Giants, but you wouldn't know it with how much publicity they get.
yeah.
They also
No,
have
and it was-
quite a bit of financial resources and a whole PR team.
They have a mansion in the city, that's how I'll
Yeah.
put it.
They got money.
They got sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing Elytra got thrown out for the chip in her shoulder and the fact that she is still seen as just a little too underpowered for a lot of the bigger teams.
Oof.
Because that would have been the second team that she tried for and did not make.
Mm-hmm.
When in doubt, make your own team.
That's what we just did.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
And that's also one of the reasons Tabs was so eager to get this going, because she's like, I can make a team that just is formed around her. That's what has to
And
incorporate
then
her.
she can't get kicked off.
Exactly. It's
And
brilliant.
she kind of likes this team already.
Robot mom. to the
Specifically because they hate the other teams.
rescue.
File that under bugs to buff out later.
Yeah.
I'd say that I don't think Glory hates anyone per se, but she'll let you make your own assumptions.
Oh yeah, Mia will never say that she hates any of them outright.
Of course.
She'll just
It's
talk
me,
about
really.
like the vibes were just kind of off.
Yeah.
You know, like they're a little off with them. So like they were messing with my energy. You know.
And what a vibrantly pink energy it is.
How dare you dim my shine?
And then we come to Silver Phantom.
My first one. Blank is the only one who understands what I'm going through. I told them which part of me I wished was more like the person I'm masquerading as, because that's very important information just to give up. Probably Thoth, because he seems the most fucking normal. That lady controls bugs. That one is pink? Question mark? All the time? Unsure. Glory, he's met a few times. He likes Glory. Why are you yelling at me? Do you not like my choice? Thoth seems normal, and he can probably keep a secret.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So Silver Phantom confides in you. How are you
The
feeling
most
about that?
normal person.
Woohoo!
I know.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, you didn't like that.
Blondie!
There you go.
He
is
Disapproves.
opposed.
One on
Is
the
that
desk?
aggressive love or what?
Oh no, she just wants to rub her face on the desk. That's all she wanted.
She wants to rub.
Yeah, she would like to be desk level, not any higher.
Of
Oh
course.
my god.
How are you feeling about that, Thoth? Especially considering that you kind of got sucked into a team.
Yeah, I think that's a little surprising.
This
Like-
poor guy lost his moped. Now people are spilling their deepest, darkest
God.
secrets, allegedly.
Do I have therapist written on this bandana covered face?
Yeah, I think I'm just a little surprised that someone would so quickly confide in me, I guess.
It's been a few weeks.
Still,
I guess that's still pretty quick.
as for something that deep.
Well, Pro said I can't pick the same person twice, so
Sorry. You do need to extend the web of influence a little bit here.
Again.
And I did say a few weeks. It's probably like a month or so before the game officially like picks up here, just so you know. Like enough time that you guys are a little acclimated to each other.
Mhm.
But keeping with Silver Phantom, your other relationship, please.
my other one.
Yes.
My parents once fought and thrashed Blank. I've got to find a way to make it up to them. It was Glory.
And if I remember correctly from what you sent me, that's the reason why Glory knows something about your doom, or you know something about Glory's doom, is it not?
Yeah.
He dragged her ass to the hospital after, and then kept hanging around.
Won't leave her alone.
It feels bad.
Aw.
Well, she feels lonely, so she's not complaining.
Aw.
And I will say, Glory, fighting Silver Spectre, you pretty quickly learned that he was out of your weight class.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
I will say, didn't give up the fight or run away though.
Which you probably found admirable. You're still a hero, which means you're still an idiot. But admirable.
Well, I mean, yeah, bravery and stupidity in that line, but same result.
I have my arm back, Blondie.
No.
No,
That is not
Blondie's
an
arm
option.
now.
Elytra, your second relationship, please.
My mentor is cautious. They asked me to keep an eye And I'm gonna say on Silver Phantom, but not because of the rumor of your background, because of your power set. Because
I hit things.
Or
there are
lack thereof.
there are concerns.
Tabs is concerned. Aw, Supermom's concerned about me.
Aww.
And she
That
figures
tracks.
that I might be able to relate a little bit.
Distinct possibility. Considering, arguably, from what you all know, Phantom may have a better argument for the whole not powered enough to be a hero than Elytra, which
Oh.
probably something new for Elytra.
Yeah, that's very new for Elytra. Is she a little protective of Phantom because of that? Probably.
Oh,
Will she punch someone for Phantom because of that? Yes.
Well, but that's
should
the
start
only
a
thing
club.
he's good at. No, my job.
Will she send a bug to bite someone because of that? Yes. Yes.
Don't.
someone's
Oh, you
getting
can
harangued by
flip
a
that.
bee down the street.
Yes.
Oh, what is
A bee's
that?
only
Don't hit
got one
that.
attack. Why are you sending a bee?
Wasp.
Fair.
Send a wasp.
Wasp.
They're
Wasps.
bastards.
Yeah.
Hornet. Yeah. Murder
And then
hornet.
she'll play completely dumb and say that person was carrying something sugary and that's what attracted the wasp. It was not
Mhm,
her at
mhm.
all.
Nothing to do with that. Absolutely not.
I was focused on this over here.
Not
Yeah.
all bugs are under my control.
Hashtag
okay?
not all bugs.
That's a blatant lie.
Well, that's the new merch up. Hashtag not all bugs.
Bees
All
are
right,
great, thank you.
Heavenly Katana, your second relationship, please.
Yeah, so I think that I trust Glory and told them an important secret of my legacy. I think that there is that Glory maybe knows stuff and they're suspected some things, and I think that Heavenly Katana maybe picked up on that and confided in Glory about it. And I will just I will private message what that is.
Oh, all right.
She's got a degree of gravitas to her.
Secrets.
I have a degree in gravitas.
Yes. Well, and they've also been both heroing on the scene, so I wouldn't say that they're probably like friends, but it's probably not the first time that they've like encountered each other at a moment, you know.
Yeah, I'd say that
Probably-
makes sense.
Probably been like brief encounters in the past, though.
Yeah.
It definitely
not
wasn't
like,
what you
yeah,
got going
not
with
very,
Elytra,
like,
where it's just like, "Hey, troublesome bestie."
Hey, how you doing?
Let's go ruin someone's life together.
Yeah. No, that's Heavenly Katana, but I think I can just see like I imagine in my head like the dynamic of like this stoic like you know, very statuesque like glory of, you know, and glorious, and then like just like a very like hyper like mischievous bubbly magic girl jumping up and down nearby.
And then on the opposite side of the bubbly magic girl is some creep covered in bugs.
And a pizza guy with nightmare illusions.
Yes.
And then some dude.
And some
guy.
dude who punches
A
his
suit
A
feet,
guy
kinda
in
looks like-
spandex.
who weirdly resembles somebody that like I sort of think I know. Like I don't know.
Like, sort of resembles a very high power supervillain.
we don't.
There's
we
no
don't probably say that
Other
out loud,
connection.
though. We
the
probably-
bad guy
Yeah.
can fly. I can't fly.
Obviously,
Yes.
there's
Clearly
some
no
major
connection.
differences, Yeah.
Very
Yes.
big differences.
You gotta give him points for style. I mean,
It's
Yeah.
just a cool
It's
costume.
so
Yeah.
risque.
It was the
The
costume was
mystique.
just aesthetically very pleasing
Yeah.
to the eye. So like
yeah,
you know.
yeah, sure.
It's fine.
spandex is slimming. I wear silver to make my waist look better.
Wait, I think it's silver and black that counts. Yeah.
All right, Glory, your second relationship.
All right. Glory's other one is you'd love to kiss blank before your doom comes. And given we can't list the same person twice, because that was the backstory reason I was going with.
Mhm.
I don't know. This is possibly something she has conflicted feelings about, given the bugs, but I'm gonna say Elytra. She's got an admiration for people who do this despite not having powers, and also you helped her with the crowd control. She's like, why am I into this?
She's so weird that it's hot.
I mean, honestly, that's probably half of it. She's got a certain, I don't know,
Je ne sais
on
quoi.
the edge energy.
Je ne sais quoi.
Just, every time she sees a bug, she reevaluates this perspective. Like, maybe not.
Just sees like you get like
I love this.
like a horsefly in your apartment, and you're like, I don't know about this.
Like,
Oh.
And finally, for our relationships, Thoth.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go. I'll reciprocate
your-
a little bit and go with Silver Phantom on this. So you and Silver Phantom pulled an awesome, if illegal, stunt together.
What was the stunt?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, this probably happened after you guys came together as a team. So, potentially you guys decided to do something funny during training?
Are we vandalizing something?
We can.
Could also do that.
We might engage in petty crime as a hobby, as a team.
Just who we are.
Maybe
as
we were
people.
trying to like blow off some steam, and we went and. Well, that's not really. I don't know. I don't know if that's an awesome stunt. I was like, we
You were
could
having
go
a boys'
graffiti.
night,
We could
and
go graffiti
and you graffitied our.
Is there like there's probably like a Young Giants billboard or something?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, there are
like,
advertisements for the Young
yeah.
Giants everywhere.
So we went up to
Oh.
the billboard.
We went around and
You-
graffitied all of the Young Giants
You
billboards.
put ugly mustaches on all
they
of
all
them.
have mustaches, horns.
Missing teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because they would have the big smiles. Now they're all gap toothed with mustaches.
Like the
Oh
very
my
round
I'm here
glasses.
for it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And in the next day, there is like a minor headline about it, and both of you just get a message from Tabs. Like, not even asking if you did it, just don't do that again.
Should leave
I
our
love it.
phones here next time so Tabs can't track us.
You know, if something had happened.
True. That's the one problem with your boss being in your phone. You can't avoid the boss easily, but if the boss needs you...
I feel like this is gonna get annoying, but okay.
Oh, trust me, it does.
Yeah, in comparison to Hecate, expect Tabs to be a bit more of a helicopter supermom.
Oh, good.
Just what
I
you
don't
need.
already have one of those.
Hecate's like a reluctant super mom. She didn't want that. She didn't want that at all.
She's like, I
She
agree with one
wanted
of you, not
one-
an entire team.
Yeah, one protege. That was it. Good job. Already got her. Good. Now, great. Now there's more. They won't leave me alone.
Glad you're
They
making
call
friends to
me at
keep them
3
away
a.m.
from me.
Yeah.
Asking me weird questions. Or
On the
telling
flip
me weird
side-
shit.
Tabs is thrilled Elytra has friends.
Yes, Tabitha says like there are people to keep her from killing herself. We're great. Like
And they call me with stupid questions at 4 a.m. This is great.
Well, AI doesn't need to sleep, so.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yep.
He does not sleep. She sees you when you're sleeping. She knows when you're awake.
Weird.
Have I gotten in trouble for that previously? Yes. Yes, I have.
That
All
was
right.
when I've been bad Good. And when I
It'll
eat
be
a cake.
good.
When I eat a cake.
Yes.
All right. Now, as part of your organization with the team here, there would be two things that I would want to briefly touch on, which we don't necessarily need to answer right now, but I would at least want you all to be thinking about. Where you all primarily meet, / use as a base of operations, and what your team is called.
Names.
Places.
What did I jokingly suggest? The shits?
Misfits.
The Misfits.
Misfits.
That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Don't we get, since we're registered, don't we get a superhero headquarters?
Well, this is something I should probably explain to the audience, I suppose. There is a location in San Sebastián that is specifically like a general use base for superheroes called Elysium Park. Has just about everything a superhero could ever need, from training facilities to costume repair to even a little square where you can receive fan mail, if you're so inclined. But that being said, a lot of heroes also have their own bases, because not everybody's, comfortable using the public lockers to store their, very sensitive equipment that may require, like, special handling.
We can meet in my family's basement.
Could do
I
that.
love it. Okay.
I have a bug lab that looks really abandoned, but actually exists.
We could do that
Glory's
too.
nixing
Okay.
that immediately. She's not going there.
Okay. Well, yeah, we can meet in my family's basement. We're in the international district, and you guys should probably know that my parents are like a little bit famous, if you didn't already know.
You
My
all
dad?
already know.
My dad is Skater Boy, and my mom is Black Butterfly. So we've already kind of got like an outfit for like training and stuff in our base. Like they use it too, but like they're pretty cool mostly. Mostly pretty cool. My dad's really cool.
Okay.
Everybody likes my dad.
Do your
So-
parents like me? Because I assume they've met me at least once.
I think that but my dad definitely, like, you would know that my dad likes you. I mean, Skater Boy is known for his like really chill, like
Mhm.
very like personable, like, but not like in
Mellow
your
vibes.
face.
Yeah.
He's got very chill vibes and very like maybe surfer boy.
Like, let me put it to you like this. He probably greets you with, "Suh, dude."
Yeah. And my mom is like, you've probably never seen her laugh or smile.
Mhm.
She's very like,
Stern.
yes, yeah. She's got a lot of stoicism to her, and Black Butterfly is known to be very like by the books as far as superheroes go.
Very successful hero, but
Yeah.
hasn't gotten a crazy amount of recognition like some other heroes have.
Yeah. She also kind of she's not great with the PR aspect.
I feel like Elytra regularly brings her black butterflies, though. Like, she goes out looking for them
my God.
and comes back with them.
So
I
it's
love that.
unclear whether or not her mom likes you or doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Because her demeanor has not changed at all.
I figured, yeah.
But of course, if we're meeting at the McPherson house, there are two other people that they would be introduced to. There would be Heavenly Katana's grandmother,
Yes.
who very openly judges all of you.
Mhm.
She
That
full
woman
on
has no
critiques all of
filter.
you.
She has no filter on her. None. None. She's like that old lady that just like does not give a fuck. And
Which
says
is
whatever
funny
she
because she
thinks.
looks like she's in her 40s.
Yeah. Wait,
Classic.
she looks around the same age as Black Butterfly.
But in reality, there's like a solid 30 plus years difference in
Yeah.
age.
We have really good like skincare in our family. Like we use the best Japanese products.
Okay.
So
Elytra doesn't want to get kicked out of the house, so she vehemently avoids your grandmother because she will pick a fight.
And Grandma will fight you.
I know. I feel like I learned that the hard way once.
the unfortunate part, though, is that let me remind myself of her name real quick.
I think it's Fortune Fox. That's her her former superhero name.
Yes, Katana Hikarimoto. The problem is Miss Hikarimoto has luck-based powers. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you want to avoid her. She can just twist probability for you to just accidentally stumble into the kitchen while she's there so that she can have a nice conversation with you.
Therein lies the annoyance about it.
Yeah. Do I try and walk out of the room still every time it happens?
And
Yes.
just
Yep.
She's like
keeps
right there.
happening. Phantom's probably come up with a handshake to do with Skater Boy because he's just doing that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like we'll
Oh,
both
yeah.
do it and hit arms and then grab arms. We
Oh,
have
he
a
is
secret
love
handshake.
it.
totally down to come up with a secret handshake.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah. No, a Skater Boy, like pretty much. I don't think that he's ever even had like any
Our
bad
own
press,
dabs.
and everybody just likes him. But he's not like super popular because he's pretty low key, you know?
He's much more of a street level superhero.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not so much going after the world dominators as he is breaking up super gangs and the like.
Yes. Protecting the sacred skate park.
Oh yes. He is very much a
Yes.
fan of a skate park in the industrial quarter called Graffiti Paradise.
Yes.
And
My dad is definitely not Tony Hawk, guys.
Totally.
He looks so
But he
familiar.
looks
I feel
a
like I've
lot
seen
like
him
Tony
somewhere.
Distantly related? Maybe. This is like 20-ish years in the future. It's a possibility.
It is.
Tony Hawk's grandkid
Uh-huh.
because his son is in his 30s and married.
But in regards to Grandma Hikarimoto, I think to summarize her judgments of all of you, Thoth,
Or
she thinks you dress like a slob.
Oh my god.
Elytra, you'd be so much more pretty if you didn't have all those bugs around you all the time.
Ugh.
Silver Phantom, you're gonna scare the kids, stop dressing like that.
it's a onesie. Everybody wears one.
Glory, get an actual costume. And Heavenly Katana, you still got too much pink. Just too much pink. You gotta scale back on the pink.
Okay, will do.
I have a question. How big and how fancy is Heavenly Katana's house?
It's a townhome in the International District. The basement is surprisingly spacious and has a lot of really nice tech.
As
And
it turns out, Skater Boy's actually kind of brilliant.
he doesn't want to be called, you know. He
But don't tell him that.
He's very low key about his.
Did someone poke around and find his enormous, like, dictionary-sized book of patents that he's been steadily accruing money
Oh,
over?
shit.
Possibly.
Yes. Yes, I did.
I bet you did.
If I
Don't
know
ask
every
why or
bug
how.
in a house, I'm going to use them to spy. It is without a doubt.
Oh my god. Wait, do we know you can do that?
I mean, would Elytra tell them?
Yeah, I think I would tell that I can sense through my bugs.
Oh.
Especially in light of knowing those power set, because I'm intrigued to see how my sense works against it.
Oh, interesting.
I have full sense
Yeah.
illusion.
So it's not like the townhouse itself isn't like super like ritzy or anything. Like it's not in your face rich, but like you
You
there's
can feel the
like
money
an
a little bit.
underpinning of like there might be money.
Okay.
Like in this and you know if Electra had found the patent book, she probably has deduced that there's probably quite a bit of money that her dad has made on his patents.
It's not my secret to spill, so I don't
But
really
yeah.
talk about it.
the basement is well equipped with like really nice like state of the art stuff. So like it's a pretty, and her parents obviously use it too, but you know,
Yeah.
they allow us to like our space within it or whatever. They're not gonna like get in our way.
Y'all get a corner.
Yeah.
There's a couch. There's
Yeah,
a
we get some beanbag chairs and a lava
Yeah.
lamp.
No,
probably
honestly,
like an
if-
older plasma screen.
Okay, if we have beanbag chairs and like an older TV and a lava lamp, Thoth is probably able to relax in that space. Whenever he's anywhere else in the house, he's super jittery.
Oh, in Skater Boys like lounge, I would say that that's definitely the aesthetic vibe. Like,
Mhm.
and like some video
Beanbags.
games and like, yeah.
And a lot of
He's-
framed graffiti.
He's definitely got a man cave that like Thoth would be like, yes, this is the spot.
Oh, but see, if he has the latest game consoles, then Thoth isn't gonna be able to chill. Because he's gonna be like, oh my god, this is so expensive.
I think he probably likes the vintage consoles, you know?
Those
So,
are even
the
worse.
PS5.
The PS5 is vintage.
Got a
He's got
refurbished PS5. It's still
An
wrong.
original N64.
No, I can't touch that.
Ooh.
That's expensive in 20 years.
So it's just like, no, I can't relax again.
I can't relax again.
Take them away.
And honestly, if you do mention that to him, he probably does move them out of the area so you're more comfortable.
Yeah, he's pretty chill and like accommodating.
Yeah.
Good parents? Who has those?
My characters tend to have good parents. It's not because of my actual parents are. Never mind. Anyways.
They're kinda good parents in this instance.
Yeah.
We'll get more into that.
Yeah.
But there is, of course, one more member of the house, which you all probably see rarely. And that would be Mia's younger sister, Neko.
Name's
Yes,
Is she
her name is
cat-themed?
Neko. I didn't choose this. But she is heavily goth,
Oh.
heavily emo, does not really talk to you all. She probably just like occasionally scoots down to steal a few snacks and then leaves with her coven.
Yes.
You wear
her
fuzzy
coven.
black ears.
I'm going with no. She's a little too serious for that.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
She's
Question
going
for
through
you,
her teenage years at the moment.
Crow.
Don't faze
Do
me.
I recognize her or any of her coven? Based off
Because of where you live?
where I live, yes.
I would say yes, you would. You've probably seen them around Tarot Town, which is the magic side of the city.
Would I recognize them then?
Possibly yes as well, actually. You know, I hadn't considered you all shacking up in the McPherson house, so I probably need to flesh out this coven. I just realized I didn't actually make them. Well, that's on me.
That's okay.
It's
Yeah, fine.
okay.
So that's it.
I will
You'll
give you
get
more
back to
information
us.
later.
We
Yeah.
we
We'll get
blindsided
back to
you.
you after we figure it out.
No, this is
Hey,
something I should have done. I just didn't do it because I'm a
No,
no,
dumbass.
it's fine.
You're fine.
It's fine.
But yeah, Neko probably doesn't say much to you. Probably just sort of like glowers slightly.
Mm-hmm.
She wears basically nothing but black.
Mm-hmm. Black nail polish, black everything. She's got that like the swoop over, like the
Mhm.
bangs that cover half your face. Mm-hmm.
And unless any of you try to interact with her, she probably just avoids you.
Mm-hmm.
I
But you
feel
might
like
have-
Elytra has tried to give her a death moth in the at one point. I don't know if it's now or if it's at a later, but it seems to fit the aesthetic. So she
Yeah,
did
not-
try at one point.
She didn't say thank you. You definitely did spy it on her wall later.
Like privately, she's like, yes.
Yep, 100%. But she's too cool for emotions.
I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
depending on how often I've seen her, maybe a few times I've made it look like black smoke is coming off of me, like very subtly.
Mhm.
But
Who are
That's
you
about it.
trying to flirt with my sister?
Did she potentially at one point make like black ivy grow around one of your legs in response? Possibly.
Is this flirting?
Hard to tell.
It's super flirty or not. We don't know. Actually, I feel like we're
Unclear.
all just kind of like confused whenever this happens. Their interactions, like we're all like,
We never speak. It's just always
no,
Yep.
no, and everybody's just watching you intensely because they don't. We don't know what's going on. We're like, what the fuck?
I don't think we've ever exchanged a single word. We just
No.
do the weird things.
It's just
Weird.
vibes at one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would also say, Black Butterfly, aka Rolana, or Miss McPherson, has probably some mixed opinions about all of you meeting in her basement.
Uh-huh.
On one hand, you are clearly a bunch of hooligans, but at the same time, one of you is the protege of, and the rest of you are endorsed by, one of the most famous heroes in the history of the city.
Uh-huh.
Which is a little odd.
How'd that happen?
But, you know, she's happy to see that her daughter is, you know, rebounding after what happened with her last team. And hopefully this is a road to better things.
Yeah,
We'll
I
see.
imagine she's very diplomatic, but like there might be some undertones of sure if I approve or not.
Yeah. She's not quite certain what to think yet, but she's allowing you all to meet in the basement for the time being.
Mhm.
And I would ask, to help flesh this area out, would any of you bring things in from outside? Just to give your own personal decoration to it?
Not in Glory's case.
No.
In one exception would be, I think she might bring the painting she made of the first meeting.
Aww. Mia gets very excited about it. I'm like, oh my god, I love it.
You'll all be happy to know that
actually-
that did become a meme
Yeah.
in universe.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, the painting doesn't have the young giants in it. It just focuses on. It's like
Yeah.
an artistic rendition, just
Yeah.
focuses on the team itself.
Mhm.
It's painted in
Okay.
very heroic looking style. She's pretty good at it, actually.
Nice.
Nice. I would
Love it.
say Elytra probably brings in various pieces of tech to like have the team try out and see if they work best with their powers and whatnot. And so there's probably a rotating door of tech coming in and out. She doesn't
My
leave
turn
any.
to fuck with your tech.
Yes, yes, it is. She does not leave bugs in the house though. She respects that.
Oh yes, there was
That will
definitely
not.
a request from Rolana. No bugs, dear. No bugs.
And I think that's
I
Like
love
at
it.
all.
how she said it too. Like,
Not for an extended period of time.
for practice purposes, yes. Any other
About to say, as long as I can have them for practice purposes, we're good.
Uh-huh. That's hilarious.
All right. Anyone else bring anything in? Charlie, you're muted.
No, I was just
I'm-
talking very quietly.
Oh.
I'm guessing we have like our own text chat or a Discord, a future Discord perhaps. So
Yes.
It would
Phantom's
actually-
contribution is just sending all of the memes he's found.
Oh my god.
Well,
It's gonna
I'll
or
leave it up-
Encrypted,
newspaper clippings.
encrypted tab app chat.
Yeah.
I love it.
I would leave it up to y'all whether or not you would use the chat that's inside the Tabs app itself, because, of course, she can monitor that, but it is 100% secure.
I think
He isn't sharing for
There's-
sharing memes. Well, Tabs can see those.
there's probably a solid argument for us using that for like official business, and then like a side just fuck
We
around
have
chat.
to
Yeah,
have,
there-
we
yeah.
have to fuck around chat that Tabs is not a part of.
Tabs is still monitoring that, but, you know.
Absolutely.
It's a little more difficult to monitor than just putting it right in her face.
She has to
Yeah.
get
Tabs is
2
always
more whole
keeping
permissions.
tabs.
There's at least the illusion of
Not being
this isn't
monitored.
something
The
we're sending
illusion
to
of
you.
different-
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have the illusion of privacy.
Yep.
I will also say I think after practicing and seeing a couple costumes, there might be a dress form and a running list of measurements of all of the various members of the team.
Punching bag, if there's not one.
I mean, imagine Skater Boy probably has one.
Oh yeah.
He's not like a known to have like super powers. He's got, you know.
That being said,
He's a gadgety guy.
easy enough to get a high-rated punching bag,
Yeah.
which does give you some trouble, Glory, because this thing is literally designed to stand up to people with super strength.
Yeah.
I feel like she'd appreciate having a punching bag that doesn't go down in one hit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Phantom, you punch it once and it's just like, ah! It's just like punching a rock.
Making your knuckles
Yeah.
strong.
Gonna have to get a different one that I can hit without hurting myself.
Yeah, we got a Glory specific punching bag, and then we got a Silver Phantom punching bag. We all have punching bags, and weirdly, they have like, we've got like pictures that we've like saved to them of certain people's faces.
I mean, you can do that, but you know, there are parental figures in and out of this space on a fair
no,
basis.
we don't
so.
do that. Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
Glory's would be nab no picture.
And am I stretching too far to say that at some point a spare pizza is brought in?
Oh
Phil?
yeah, I was gonna say the most I could probably contribute is the occasional pizza because I don't have jack shit.
That's fair.
Now, is it a normal pizza or is it a Thos special?
I think at some point both make their appearances. Maybe a lot of the times it's just a pizza box with slices, whatever leftover slices there were. There's kind of a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We
So it's like one time it's like pepperoni and mac and cheese, and then one time it's like...
yeah, there's like, I think the first one is fairly normal. You have your, you know, your supreme pizza slices, you have your just pepperoni, you have your cheese, and then there's the jalapeno mac and cheese, which went over super well. And then later we get another sort of mishmash, but like half of the box this time is vegetable lo mein pizza. And then another time there's like, it looks normal, it looks like just a regular cheese pizza. And then you bite into the crust and it's got anchovy and cheese stuffed crust.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Glory will pretty much try anything once, and if she doesn't like it, she won't eat it again.
Phantom provides sandwiches sometimes, not all the time. But then he'll like give leftovers to Thoth to see what pizzas come back from the sandwiches.
I think one time, I don't know, maybe Elytra would be, I don't know if Elytra would get super offended by this or be super into it. But one time
Cricket
there
pizza?
is definitely a pizza with chocolate covered crickets and blueberry
God.
yogurt covered raisins.
I think it's more so the fact that it's chocolate and blueberries that she takes offense to. It's not the crickets.
It's the
It's like you
flavor
think it's the crickets
combination.
initially, and you're like, oh man, did I mess up? And then it's just like, blueberries and chocolate chips?
Blueberry yogurt covered raisins and chocolate covered crickets.
Oh my
There's a
god.
difference.
But it's pizza!
With red
Okay,
sauce?
fine.
It's
And
a
then
dessert pizza.
next week I show up with peanut butter and banana with a chocolate sauce.
That one's probably pretty good.
This
Perhaps
one,
Glory will
this
take a bite
one
and
you
say
could have
it's
put the
disgusting.
chocolate-covered crickets on. And
You
that
almost
would've
need
Oh my
to
been
God.
fine.
cockroaches.
Electra is like now micromanaging, like giving Thoth all this like unsolicited advice about what you put on pizzas.
There is totally a notebook somewhere with all of the valid pizza combinations and how to do certain ones better.
It somehow is left everywhere, like where Thoth sits, like the beanbag that Thoth likes to sit in when we're chilling.
Have I employed your grandmother to make sure this happens? To be exactly where Thoth sits? Yes.
God.
I'm not saying that Grandma likes, really enjoys playing good pranks on people, but I'm also not saying it.
She doesn't even have to do anything to play the pranks. She just sort of thinks about it and it happens.
Yeah, she's like the ultimate prankster. And
Oh, so this is very much reality warping luck-based powers.
yeah. Actually, I'm surprised Thoth and her haven't become buds yet.
Well, if
but, you know.
Thoth would actually put together a damn costume.
I'm working on that. Thoth, that reminds me, we need to get your measurements real quick. It might take a bit, but...
For no specific
I think
reason,
this
that's
is
fine.
coming after all the pizza shenanigans, and he's just petulantly eating his. This week it's buffalo avocado and ranch. He's just eating his pizza.
That
like,
one's probably pretty good.
you don't get any.
Now, has all of this caused Skater Boy to quietly start ordering from only Joey's Pizza? Because he's actually impressed by this? Maybe.
Wait,
Uh-huh.
is he one of the like
It also annoys the
kind of
shit
high
out of
who's
his
into like
wife.
the spicy mac and cheese pizza? Because isn't there
Yes.
like a cult following of that pizza of like people who are
Yeah,
kind of stars?
there's a
Oh, I
little
love
bit of
mac and
a-
cheese pizza.
in the stoner
Mm.
community. I think stoner and college kids, and there's a lot of overlap. There's a cult following of the Mad Scientist specials.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think Skater Boy, well, he maybe isn't necessarily like a regular weed smoker. He does appreciate the occasional madcap pizza. And just quietly, there's a small pile of Joey pizza boxes accumulating in the corner next to his
Yeah,
workbench.
yeah. He can only eat so much tofu and
French fries and pepperoni on a
sushi
pizza.
and Japanese food is good though. So I imagine that once in a while, I know you guys are bringing your foods, but Mia will like make sushi for the team or whatever.
That takes a long ass time to make.
And it's
Not when you're super fast.
Yeah,
I was about to
also if
say.
you have a lot of it prepped already, it's
Okay.
just
Yeah.
assembly.
Yeah,
Oh, that's not yours.
I imagine that they probably always have like rice ready and things like that.
Oh yes, there is rice coming out of the walls in this
Yeah.
place.
Rice cooker is going
Soft moves into the
24/7.
wall.
Uh-huh.
Free rice.
There's like jasmine green tea
Sushi
for
pizza.
us all the time, and
Sushi pizza?
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Laws
yeah,
of
I
hospitality
imagine Thoth
dictate
does
there is
make us a
always tea available to whoever needs it during
Yeah.
a team meeting.
Yeah. Yep. And I feel like Grandma like tries to bunch him once in a while, but then like Black Butterfly will like corral her back upstairs because I feel like
Come on,
sometimes
Mom. We need to let the kids do their thing.
she and you're like,
But I was just telling them about how I defeated the kaiju of 87. Now,
Kaiju of 87.
Oh my god.
alright. Well, it seems like we got a bit of a dynamic going here. So that leads us to the next big thing we need to do during session 0 here. Influence. So,
We all get influence over Roxy.
Roxy's dead, but we still have influence over her.
We don't know that.
don't
She
know
could
that.
live forever.
Yes.
She just changed shape.
You don't know who she is.
Oh, we're gonna have to do the influence tracker.
uh-huh. I got that started on my end here. But let's go ahead and run down real quick.
Okay.
Thoth, I believe that you give influence to 3 people, if my notes from your playbook are correct.
I do. So sorry, one of you is gonna be left out. Apologies.
It's fine.
I think Silver Phantom and Glory are kind of obvious picks because I'm trying to impress Glory, and Silver Phantom and I did some illegal shit together.
we're bonded in
Yeah, I
vandalism.
feel like we're brothers in arms now.
We're the only guys we have to team up, otherwise they'll overtake us.
We have to present a united front against the women. Otherwise, they'll be too powerful.
Your voice is
just
rolling
like,
by in the
"Way
background
too
like, guys,
powerful."
chill.
Oh my god.
And the women are like, what the fuck are they doing in the corner whispering? Why are they like this?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, we're just like, are they serious? All right,
Okay.
whatever.
And then I
Alright.
think so. Those are 2 of my picks. And then I think the third person that makes sense is Elytra because she's closest to Tabs and is kind of like big in it.
Yeah.
So
Like, she's working with a former Ultra. Like, that's
yeah.
big.
Would I
Alright.
guess one question: would I have had much interaction with Tabs before the team formed? I know we talked a little bit about our
Yes-ish.
interaction.
Arguably, every hero nowadays has some sort of interaction with tabs because pretty much everybody uses the tabs app.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's not entirely clear how much of her personality comes through in that. Mostly because tabs is sort of known for having a muted personality in most instances. But, you know, her AI is designed for each individual user to sort of, like, conform to them somewhat, so up to you whether or not you have a somewhat parasocial relationship with the AI.
Based on what we discussed, I think a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
Don't
sure
think
it'll
that
get
counts as a
more.
parasocial relationship.
I don't really know the definition of that word.
Ask me about my research.
Parasocial is not usually good. It's think Taylor
Swifties.
yeah, basically. Please don't dox us, Taylor Swift
I
fans.
am withholding my more nuanced answer that is based in research.
Fair.
Um,
But yeah,
Save that for the after party.
and I would certainly say that after upgrading to Tabs Plus, you have noticed an increase in personality from your particular portion of Tabs.
I mean, I think it had recently just started heroing, so I think based on some of the stuff we discussed, there was some interaction between the two of us, but it certainly
Mhm.
increased now that I'm actually involved with the team and doing more regular.
Correct. So you're thinking
Elytra by
influence over you.
association.
Yep.
Tabs. It's
She is
influence
important to
over
Tabs,
me.
therefore she should be important to me.
Yeah.
All right. Glory, if I had your playbook correct, you give that influence to 2 people.
Correct. Silver Phantom definitely has influence over her. He saved her ass at one point, and she cares what he thinks. I'm gonna say the other person who's influence over her is Heavenly Katana, because she's been in the game for a while, and that matters to Glory.
Okay. Respecting people who have put in their time in the heroing community.
Absolutely.
Alright. And I find it interesting you did not give influence to Elytra, but you would like to kiss her.
It's a
That's
complicated
why.
dynamic.
It's
That's
okay.
exactly why. We cannot give the girl influence that we want to kiss.
We did
I
that
think
it's
last
like-
time.
I think if she was less conflicted about the wanting to kiss her, maybe. But the
Fair enough.
bugs thing and the tabs connection makes her uneasy.
Just, it's just a little too on edge to just freely
Valid.
give in to the emotions.
There has to be angst, or what are we doing?
Exactly.
As young,
This is a modern superhero story. There must be angst.
there has to be angst.
Well, I picked the Doom for a reason.
Angst,
The
angst, angst.
angst.
All right. Now, Heavenly Katana, I do believe your playbook is just give influence to everybody.
I'm on a team now, for better or worse.
I think we've been
Again.
here
And
before.
I care what they all think, apparently. Yeah.
A little bit of deja vu.
Something's going on with the simulation.
Which I suppose I'll take this opportunity, Jenna, to ask, how's Heavenly Katana feeling about being back on a team?
To be honest, I mean, so she's less nervous about tabs than probably like Glory or like. I mean, it's weird having AI like now paying a lot of attention to you. So I think there's like a sense of unease about that. Like, oh God, what I needed was more attention. Okay. Please no. And but on the other hand, I think that the stakes seem like not like they're obviously just as high, but like when she was in the exceptionals, the PR was like almost the most important thing, like more important than like training and being competent. It was how do we look to the public? So
And in stark contrast to this team, which has not even had a public interview yet, I would note.
mhm.
Well, we have the
Tabs does-
papers.
This is
We're not-
correct.
we're
but-
not doing any like
Considering you guys haven't come up with a
We've
name,
been made a meme.
yeah.
Did become a meme. But considering the team doesn't seem to have a name yet, you guys probably have only been in the papers that one time.
Mm-hmm.
Tabs has kept you all fairly quiet for the time being.
And I think that Heavenly Katana really appreciates that. Not that she hasn't had issues with her privacy for her whole life because she is a legacy, you know?
Member of a long-standing superhero family.
Mm-hmm. They're not quite as famous but when her family goes to Japan, they're everywhere. Like, so
As you all are probably just like in the McPherson house, there's probably a picture on the wall of like a team of fully composed of people basically wearing the same sort of fox mask that Katana's got.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like Power Rangers color coded.
Yes. Absolutely. Was her grandma a Power Ranger once?
Maybe.
Yes.
Hard to
I love
say.
He can name every single person in that picture.
Power Rangers Ultra Kids.
Yes.
You're not too far off with what I came up with.
Oh my god!
Sounds about right,
love
yeah.
Alright. Now, moving on with influence, Elytra. You have a bit of a choice to make, I believe.
Yeah, I'm debating. I think Elytra's gonna start playful right now. So I'll give my
Okay.
influence to Heavily Katana, and then also I will give it to Silver Phantom at this moment. Because because Silver Phantom's been brought to her attention by Tabs as someone who might be in a similar relationship to her, or not relationship, situation.
Situation.
Are you
Thank
also
Situationship.
plagued by an AI super mom?
No, yes.
I have influence over everybody.
Also plagued by an AI supermom, you may be entitled to compensation.
Yeah.
Call today.
There
What?
are
And
ads on-
Nia just
AI.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
Thoth looks like a lawyer. Where did you get that
The
suit
illusion.
just snap his fingers into a
Yeah.
costume change.
but I will say, and then just Heavenly Katana, because they've been chaos besties for a bit now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Not again.
All right. And
What?
finally,
You don't like chaos besties? The himbo
Wait.
doesn't. The dissociated one is fine with it.
and then finally, we have Silver Phantom.
Mine is probably not going to be a shock. Glory and Thoth. Because I've
Okay.
worked with Glory in the past. We already have a established allyship, friendship, rapport, and then situationship. And then Thoth and I bonded over crime.
Yes! Crime bros!
Crime bros.
We're the
Crime Bros.
chaos twins and the crime bros, and Glory, who
And Team Mom.
is sick of all of our shit.
We keep on ending up here, Bree. I'm just saying.
Alas.
Girls' night is gonna be so fun.
Just as a side note, because I think it's funny, Glory's wearing sunglasses the entire time she's in your house.
Yeah,
And also
absolutely.
always.
Yes.
Actually, I don't think that Mia says anything about that. She doesn't. She's like, whatever people are into, I don't care. Like,
You also probably experienced that with a teammate at some point.
probably yes. Weird. Actually, she might not ask questions just because she simply doesn't want to know.
You have sunglasses on at the hospital?
Yeah.
Oh
Well, depends. Probably not when she's in the middle of a treatment.
I
Well,
would
we'll get to
say Elytra does not notice at all. Like, it doesn't register. Mainly because she has the two boys have such subpar costumes right now. She's like, how do I fix this?
He's like, welcome to Cynthia's world.
This one got
she
thrown
actually-
through a car.
She actually probably has actually talked to Grandma about it so that she can like bother them harder. Like
Use
Like,
this old lady
nonstop.
to bully them.
this old lady is like all about that. Although she only looks 40, but she acts like she's much older
Mhm.
and younger at the same time.
Also,
it's a weird
I will
dynamic.
say y'all are in the house enough to realize that there is a recurrent argument between Grandma and Black Butterfly about Grandma going out and playing the lotto.
I mean, she's got luck-based powers.
Grandma plays the
so-
lotto.
Exactly. And it is ostensibly it is illegal in the city to gamble when you have luck-based abilities, but
Grandma
one can
just-
prove
She's gotta
anything.
play the numbers.
She's got to go to the casino. What the fuck?
Also, at
That
least
song
4
is-
of us have participated in crime, so I don't think any of us care.
It was very minor crime,
Just
so
some,
it's fine.
just some
Ours was a little
graffiti.
more serious
Yeah.
crime. Well, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you didn't actually commit the crime, but like,
I
having
feel
there.
like Elytra argued Good Samaritan law when she
Yeah.
helped the guy.
Elytra was like lawyer mode, like, actually, he deserved it. He actually doesn't deserve hands.
Oh my god.
that did not stop the
and I
city
mean, I
from
feel like
buying
Heavenly
his
Katana was
replacements.
a little bit like, you know, I feel like when you use your hands to do bad things like that, like you just don't deserve to have them anymore.
You
And everybody was like, okay.
What context is- wait, did she say this like to the cops or to the team?
to the exceptionals. And I think that's
Ah.
the time that they got thrown off.
Oh.
like, okay, you're a
It's like
PR
a-
liability.
the
Jump
PR
cut
team was like,
between-
absolutely not.
Jump cut between her saying that, and then the next shot is her like standing on the sidewalk with a box.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
the pink katana sticking out of the box. Like a
Box
bag.
itself is pink for some reason.
And
She brought her
then,
own box.
Elytra flying out behind
Consenting.
her with her own little box because
Yes.
The box is carried by like dragonflies or something.
yes.
that's cool.
It's amazing. Yeah. No, I think that's how that went. Was like she was just like, no, when you use your hands for bad things like that, you don't deserve them anymore. And she said it straight face, and they were like, oh, you gotta go.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. But just to confirm my own notes for influence here,
Mhm.
it looks like Thoth has influence over Silver Phantom and Heavenly Katana.
Mhm.
Yep.
Glory has influence over Thoth, Silver Phantom, and Heavenly Katana.
Indeed.
Heavenly Katana has influence over, has influence over Glory and Elytra.
Mhm.
Elytra has influence over Heavenly Katana and Thoth.
Mhm.
And Silver Phantom has influence over everybody. People
Danny
like
is
the
so positive.
unpowered guy.
If you had the move Captain, you could make use of that.
Well,
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Silver Phantom is currently what I'm betting on the roulette wheel of who ends up running this team as a field leader, so
Really?
yeah.
Got
Elytra
influence
blatantly
over
refused
everybody.
to take Captain.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
In
Elytra
theory,
does not want to be in charge.
well, it also
probably
would
shouldn't
keep
put me
him
in
slightly
charge.
further away from danger, which is what Elijah's aiming for, I'm guessing.
Mhm.
Yep. I love it.
I mean,
What
What
about
a swerve.
Glory? Is Glory gonna run the team?
you asked her if she wants to run the team.
Yeah.
No, like actually, did you ask her that?
Yeah.
She'd probably look at you and be like, what?
What team?
Oh, did you don't know that we're a team?
We just hang
Um,
out for fun?
I'm not really used to working with other people.
Oh, okay.
How about we see how we work in the field. And
Maybe that's a good idea, and like see who naturally emerges as like a leader.
do you have an interest in it?
Ooh,
You've been in this field for a while.
Your voice also
Yes.
keeps squeaking.
I've I've also been told that I might be a little bit too overzealous.
In what way?
Do you follow like the tabloids and stuff?
No.
Oh, okay.
There was a situation involving someone's hands.
They're not his hands anymore.
Oh. Okay then.
I told him to keep his hands to himself. He didn't, so yeah.
Okay.
So I'm,
Maybe
I'm open
not.
to it, but also,
I'm gonna
full
be upfront with
transparency
you.
and all that.
My vote would not be for you in that case.
Fair.
I like you, but
That's okay.
I don't think that's the kind of decision that will serve us well in the field.
That's fair.
Right. Well, on the opposite side of the proverbial field, I think I've got one more thing to do before we wrap up this session 0 here. And that is, which of you disclose your real identities to the rest of the team, and what you do outside of the team?
Mia did. I mean, it's hard to keep her identity. Like, everybody kind of knows already.
I mean, you're saying you all are meeting at your parents' place.
Yeah,
where
I
you
think
live,
they know who
so...
she is by now.
Just a little bit. Mailbox has a name on it.
I feel... Don't look
Think-
at that. No.
Distinct possibility they know who Mia is.
So yeah, you would know that she was actually she was in college at a performing arts school for ballet. And weirdly, she was no longer, her admission was revoked to the school after
The incident.
her and her very public breakup with Bulletproof. So
Well, as a side note, you all would know
Yeah.
is the protege of Freedom Wing, a person who, by this point, has probably come out on TV and approved you all.
Tension.
Oh, that's awkward for your ex.
How does this
Yeah.
keep happening?
I am appreciating the angle of your ex being super pissed off because his mentor possibly likes you more.
Oh, it's fucking messy.
I love
it's
it.
fucking messy.
Love that.
We
It's
love
messy as
messy.
fuck. And then yes, she was in school. She's no longer in school. So you guys would know that she bartends and a like club in the international district. It's like
Shoujo Charms Shoujo Charms Bar.
Yep. And she
Side
is
note,
known
it's named
for
after a
doing
real
really
yogurt.
fun and fast like bartending tricks. There. So that's what she does in her when she's
In her
not sleeping.
downtime.
Yeah.
Now, I imagine in comparison, Glory's probably a little closed off.
It's actually a question for everybody else. What ages are you doing your characters? Because I might round up if we're, depending on what you're doing.
22 for Heavenly Katana.
I'm 20.
20.
I think I was like 19 is what I had to say.
Okay.
then.
I'm gonna leave it as it is then, because she is
Oh,
19.
that's fine.
Heavenly Katana is the oldest member of the group.
Somehow she does not look the
Technically.
oldest though.
Looks like the youngest.
What Gloria will tell you is that she started being homeschooled at 16
Mhm.
when she first got into heroing.
Mhm.
And currently, she's not really doing much. She might be looking for something to do. She paints in her free time, which you would know from the painting she donated to the basement. But she'd also tell you she has some obligations that eat into her free time that prevent her from really doing much else.
Certain somebody of the party would know more about, but
I think she probably will very briefly just lock eyes with Lord Phantom at some point because he's seen those obligations.
Well, Mia knows who I am in my civilian life, and I think Elytra has come to the conclusion that if anyone dug enough, they would be able to find her and who she is. So she just pretty much she's okay demasking and revealing who she is. She'll reveal that she's a student at the local college / under tabs, and that she works at a bug entomology lab on over in what's the sector, Crow?
Future Valley. And
Future Valley.
It's the Lee University of Technology.
But she also goes to the Lee University, and I would assume under some kind of gadgetry technological thing, and
Absolutely.
the lab is just there on there. Her free time / a minor, because she doesn't want to be directly connected with it.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
Plus, it's haunted. No one believes us that there's anyone there anyway.
And for those who didn't see the trailer, real name is Victoria Carlisle.
Yep, Victoria Carlisle.
Does she tell them that?
She'll...
Because Glory's not looking it up on her own.
Yeah, she'll tell them that because she assumes that they'll look it up on their own, which is ironic because she doesn't look up anyone else on her own. She just assumes everyone,
She just assumes everyone's nosy.
Yeah, and reads the tabloids, I think, more so than anything else.
I would be curious to hear what you would find if you looked up Glory.
Ooh.
I know for a fact Elytra is too wrapped up in her own crap to even attempt to look up other people, because there is someone that she really should have looked up by now and she hasn't.
Ooh.
Okay.
Which
Who's
does
that?
lead me to another question. Would anybody be keeping a special eye on the ultras? Anybody ultra fanboy / girl / other?
Wait, hang on. Let me look at my notes.
If not, that's totally fine. It's just you might be able to put something together based off of Elytra's last name.
I would kind of know who the ultras were.
I mean, Mia would know who they are, but she's not like a fangirl.
Yeah.
We'll
I
say
would
nobody
say if
puts
you,
it together.
A passing interest in Lady Lavender, but that's
if
really...
Mia's running in the same social
not like
circles
that.
as
Oh.
Crow, if Mia's in the same social circles and goes to parties, she might know.
Oh, yeah.
Fair point. Fair point.
She's been partying a lot more since she doesn't go to school anymore.
Yeah, if she goes to the any big parties,
Okay.
it would be something that...
In fact, there is actually a annual sort of all hero party that happens in San Sebastian. Which
I
will
thought
be
you were
an arc
saying
at some
that's
point.
coming up, and I was like, fuck.
Oh no, it is coming up, but that's a arc for a later time. So I would say then, Mia, you might be able to remember that you've heard the last name Carlisle before, in two places. Firstly, as the last name of Tabs' former arch-rival villain.
Oh.
And secondly, as the last name of the girlfriend of one of the Ultras.
Interesting.
Which Ultra?
That would be Brother Nature, otherwise known as Altair Princewill. He's the newest member of the Ultras, currently only black member, and he was sort of fast-tracked onto the team to replace the unfortunately lost Mother Nature, who recently had her legacy broken as she passed away due to a heart attack unexpectedly.
Yeah.
But, there's some buzz about how he's just sort of like a bit of a misfit amongst the Ultras, just sort of someone to fill their nature specialist spot. You've probably met him once or twice. He seemed like a really nice nerd.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Interesting.
Now,
I don't think Mia asks about it though.
She just logs that information away for later.
Yeah, basically, I think that Mia just like parks that right in the brain and then moves on.
ha, neat. Anyway,
Yeah.
Filing that for a rainy day? Okay. No, she's not trying to pry because I think that her privacy has been so like, yeah.
completely nullified.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that she tends not to pry on people unless it directly impacts her in some way. So if it ain't her business, she's staying in her lane.
All right. Now, I know Thoth is not saying jack crap.
We know he works or is affiliated with Joey's Pizza, and that's don't even work there.
Or
Maybe he
just
just
really
goes
likes it.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
I
not
just
even
really
sure.
like
It doesn't
Joey's
matter.
Pizza.
I really like pizza.
Yeah.
He just really likes pizza. Fanta says he's got a civilian job in his civilian life, and that's all you get. Cause shit be
name?
expensive.
Okay.
No name.
And I would ask, since all of you know who the Silver Spectre is, and know that he is at large, would any of you ask?
Nope.
Thoth
Absolutely not.
doesn't need to.
I was gonna say,
Absolutely not.
But I already have
He
been
got
told all
drunk
that
vandalizing
information.
billboards and maybe accidentally told Thoth.
Oh, okay.
We were out vandalizing
That was one of the
billboards.
relationship question.
We were out
True.
vandalizing billboards, and then we needed a snack break, and we're just chilling on top of a
Hitting
skyscraper
a
or
super
something.
deep bro moment.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love this. The bro moments.
And then you
Alright.
just like blurted it out.
Oh my god.
No warning.
Again, in regards to putting two and two together, Electra hasn't. Like
Tabs might
she's
have.
yeah, Tabs probably has. Electra doesn't care beyond he's in a really shitty costume and I want to replace something in it.
Yeah, she's really focused on
He
getting a
needs
new
armor.
costume.
I saw him go through a window. I am concerned.
At one point, I think sometimes the holes in Thoth's jeans are actually like patched up with fabric, but I think there's at least one instance where he comes in and just used duct tape to close it up, and you're just like having an
Oh, honey.
aneurysm in the corner.
Yeah, I think that Mia doesn't actually care that he does that. She
I
doesn't,
feel
she doesn't
like-
mind.
Like Elytra eventually, because if we have a month, I think she can at least get a scrap of spider silk together. And she's like, she'll bring in like colored versions of it in for both of the boys and be like, okay, do you like this color palette? Like, we are doing something. It's gonna take time, but we are doing something.
I love this so much.
It's the same thing.
Ryan,
What's wrong
stab
with
it.
my outfit?
Oh,
They're
it's
both
not
just
like
so
regular
offended.
spandex. It's just like a generic superhero costume material.
I think in the background, Heavenly Katana is just offering Glory sushi and tea. Like, just tea?
Yeah, I think, yeah. Elytra just takes incredible offense to textiles that are subpar.
Oh my god.
This isn't worth the fight, and he'll just give in. Just fine, fine. It just has to look the same as this one. It can be
You
made
do
out of
that.
spider silk.
Oh my god.
This is my, yeah. Like I said, Heavenly Katana's just like sitting there, like
La,
sipping
la,
tea,
la.
with, sitting next to Glory, and just kind of, yeah.
Sitting on a counter, kicking
I
her
mean-
feet.
I imagine that she's always kind of like got this like hyper, like her feet are moving. She might be like bouncing a little bit, like, you know, on her feet. She's twitchy. There's like a lot of like energy in that girl.
I like the contrast because Glory is just very tranquil.
Oh, I know. I was like, this is my favorite like combination. It's like the hyperactive best friend and like the really calm. It's a good combo.
Cycling back to the earlier question with Silver Phantom's dad, I believe we established that Glory had probably put 2 and 2 together because of him beating the shit out of her.
Yeah.
But I
And
don't
then
think she's asked him
a
directly.
similar
unless he's
looking
talked
man
about it.
helps her to the hospital.
We don't talk about Silver Phantom's dad.
Yeah.
I think she's like assuming she's right and assuming he knows that she knows.
Yeah. Like he hasn't asked about the thing at the hospital. It's fine.
Well, to be
It's
fair,
fine.
she eventually did tell him about the thing at the hospital.
That's true.
So, I don't know. If you think that he talked about his dad in return, go for it. If you think not, that's also valid.
Yeah.
Maybe not yet.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're just confessing everything to Thoth, who's just like,
Is this what having friends is like?
Hey, you have friends?
You say that out loud, Gloria will say, really?
oh, damn!
Not even in a mean way, but it comes across probably as pretty mean.
Damn,
Glory has some neurodivergence, huh? Okay.
I think it's more she was genuinely surprised because he didn't really give the friends kind of vibe.
Bring you guys pizza.
I think that Heavenly Katana's reaction is just like, oh yeah, friends are great. And then she's just like bouncing around. While you two are like staring, like Thoth is like this, and Glory's like, huh. Weird.
You learn something new every day.
Love it. All right.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think we have laid the foundation solidly for this little squad here.
This weirdo fun.
I am still all for our team name being the Misfits.
If you guys
I'm
want to
down.
come up with a team name now, we can. It's up to you guys.
I think the Misfits fits because well, I mean, Heavenly Katana's not gonna argue with that because she was kicked off the exceptionals.
Yeah, I've been kicked off 2 teams technically, so yeah.
Jeez.
My mom might not like it, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Dad will think it's chill.
Gloria will say, maybe not the best PR, but she won't object.
Yeah.
That's true.
Now, I have to ask, is Misfits spelled properly, or do you intentionally mess it up?
She'll put
Fits
a
with a
Y in the
Z.
fit.
God.
It's up to you guys.
If you try to do both a Y and a Z, Gloria will say you can only have one.
I like the Y.
I-
MYS fits.
Yeah.
MYS
Yeah.
Misfits.
Uh-huh.
I also think that absolutely, I don't know, maybe get a used paint sharp or something. Because I don't think that Skater Boy would appreciate me graffitiing his wall, but
Go for it, dude. I don't care.
oh,
Yeah, no, for
Alright.
real.
in
I
our,
fucking
spray
love
paint?
it.
in our
You're
little,
gonna get a side eye from
He's
Black
got like a whole
Butterfly, but-
closet.
No,
Oh, yes, he
basically
absolutely
opens a
does.
closet full of spray paint.
in our little corner of the base, I spray paint the Misfits on the wall and then have a nice little like grinning skull with the eyes crossed out and
Yeah,
the tongue sticking out.
I love it. I'm here for it.
It gets a laugh out of Gloria.
Also, Bree, just because I was thinking about it and your question earlier regarding Neko, if you frequent certain shops in Tarot Town, you might have met Elytra in civilian form.
Possibly.
So
For what it's
I
worth,
don't tell me at all. Like, that's fine. I just wanted to point that out as well.
would she have recognized Elytra in civilian form?
I mean, after she's removed her mask and everything, yeah, and taken off some
Oh,
of
that's
the
fair.
bulkier
Gloria wears a
stuff.
mask and costume. When out of costume, she wears sunglasses, but she isn't
Yeah.
particularly cagey about taking them off or leaving them on. If you ask her, it's mainly because if she takes them off, her eyes are fucking bright.
Mhm.
Like, they glow. And
Wow.
that can get a little weird for some people, so she wears sunglasses.
Yeah.
But other than that, she's not really keeping things locked down. So
Yeah.
Sebastianites
and
don't
say
give a
hi.
crap about the glowing eyes. It happens with like every other person. The tourists always stare.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think probably enough tourists staring, and a couple of like people have been like, turn it off. She's like, I can't control it.
Sweetheart, it's the middle of the night. Can you please stop with the fireworks?
You
Phantom's
turn
always
off
got
your
his
eyes.
costume mask on. He'll pull up the hood a little bit so he can eat, but
Yeah.
or consume beverages.
Fine.
Actually,
I'll say she may have seen her and said hi.
addition to the
Okay.
spray paint team name on the wall, I think what I will do for Misfits, I will spell it with an I first, and then spray paint the Y over the I.
Yeah.
So that's
I love it.
Mysfits.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure I've got that right in my notes here. The Misfits. I get to add you all to my super long list of superheroes now.
Yes.
It
We
was a
made
very
the
long
list.
We've made it.
I'm intrigued to see a lot of the people on the list.
Well, we'll see how that goes. For the time being, though, unless anyone has something else they would like to throw in, I think that's a good point to leave us with our hook for next time.
Mhm.
So, you all get a message from Tabs.
Mhm.
And it is a file.
Oh.
Specifically, it's a file on the incident where you all first met, with the prison truck being attacked, hijacked, something along those lines, destroyed by the 4 street racer cars.
Mhm.
The owners of these cars have not been identified, nor indeed have the cars themselves, as they seem to be missing a lot of the modern identification technology that goes into supermobiles, which is odd in and of itself. But the file does disclose this is not the only incident like this. It turns out these cars have been attacking a lot of Kane Island transports on their way to the transport pier. And more than a few criminals have gotten away as a result. This is clearly some sort of concentrated effort. And up until recently, no one knew what was going on and no one had any leads. But a piece of one of the vehicles broke off in the last incident. Not the incident where you all came together, but the most recent one. And the metal and the part has been identified as belonging to a shop in the city. And she needs all of you to investigate.
All right.
Should
And
we
so
put something
we
on my
will-
car so we can bring it in?
And so we will pick up with our first arc, the starting line, next time.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right.
What to call this now? Because I was originally going to be calling this the starting line, but I feel like I should have a different name. Mysfitting together?
Yes.
No, I do like the starting line for the arc because, has the race car imagery. And we are
Yeah.
also starting.
True. We'll go with starting line part 1.
All right.
And yes, I have pre-named all of these.
That's fair.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I think that about covers all I wanted to hit in our session 0 here. We've got a foundation laid for our team and relationship here.
Yes.
We'll probably be picking up next time with some, we'll say domestic scenes of everyone. Maybe establish some things that were not disclosed in this session amongst certain characters. But that's for next time. For the time being, I hope all of you watching had a lovely time with this, our session 0. I know I am happy to see how this team is coming together. I did have some
We're
concerns.
A hot
Understatement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
mess. I'm here for it.
It is a lovely hot mess.
Yes.
And
Be a
also,
lot of fun.
it is an inspired move to have you all operating out of the McPherson house, because now so many plot arcs become so much easier.
Yes.
Love
You're
that.
welcome.
Well, I figured.
We're helping.
Yeah, there's. This time we don't have a bunch of money bags on the team, so.
Also true. There's a distinct lack of funds. Unless you want to go begging to your parents, Heavenly, which, don't know how they'd feel about that.
That's fair. That's fair. They don't like give her a credit card or like her own funds of
A blank
theirs.
checkbook.
Yeah, she doesn't
my
have a
God.
blank checkbook or anything like that. She has a job and she pays for her own stuff, but
I got a job.
I guess they might pay for stuff, you know. She wasn't spoiled. She was a rich kid, but not a spoiled rich kid. We'll just put it that way. There were expectations of working and doing stuff. So, yes, we're not super well funded.
Yeah, we've got quite the economic stratum on this team, I'm noticing.
Yeah. I'm here for it, though.
Including Glory, who I have no freaking clue what your financial situation
Don't
is.
know. We don't
I
know
can tell you
anything.
later if you want.
You might need to, because with how much we've talked, I sort of realized I have no clue where your economic standing is.
Yep.
It's like the oddities of your life. It's just like, how?
So not going to elaborate on most of that on camera for the moment, but
Fair enough.
like if you ask her about getting new armor, for instance, her stuff's fine. If you ask her, she'll just say, I have ways of getting what I need. I don't need that much. She does actually have a costume. She just forgets it sometimes. Or she's in a situation where she just doesn't have it and is like, fuck it, I'll just make my own.
I was about to say, when you can just build a costume for yourself.
Nobody's asked about
Yeah.
Heavenly Katana's costume because it's hard to say whether she's just fast enough that she can just like grab it out of anywhere and like nobody could see her on, or if it like is part of a transfer. Nobody knows.
I mean, depending on which flash you go with, there are multiple answers for that.
Yeah.
Is it in the ring?
Is it a magical
Is it made of the
girl
Speed Force?
outfit? Is it a magical? It's Speedweeb attire.
Speed,
So I'll
speed,
probably send. Oh, sorry.
speed weave.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crow, I'll probably send you costume details of how I'm picturing Elytra's stuff working, as well as my commentary regarding Spider Silk and how I think that'll take place.
All right.
And run it by you.
All right. Okay. I'm down with that.
I feel like Elytra has probably examined the costume
Yeah.
and like it's just like I don't understand what's going on with this. What is this textile?
Okay.
That's a future problem.
Well, unless anyone has anything else, I think we will say thank you all for tuning in.
Yeah.
Have a lovely night.